All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone who's watching all around the world. Today we have a very special race for everyone here. It is the Brickyard 400 here in the BSR Racing League on iRacing, Cup Series, A-Class, whatever you want to call it. And as always, I'm joined by my trusty um, my trusty commentator, teammate up here, Colin Bester. How you doing, Colin?
I am doing wonderful, my friend. We are at a track that you and I both love to come to, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, also known as the Brickyard. Go on board with me for a lap. We're exiting turn 2, turn 1 and 2. This is a 2.5-mile rectangle. All four corners are pretty much 90-degree turns. About 11 degrees of banking down this long back stretch here. Turns 3 and 4 a little bit looser, a little bit freer up. So basically, you're not going to see a lot of problems here in 3 and 4. But turns 1 and 2 are a lot tighter as we come off turn 4. Long sweeping corner, trying to get your left front tires below this white line. More grip, getting more clean air to that front nose going down this cascade. Fans on the right and left crossing the yard of bricks. It should be a fun one. 160 laps, 400 miles here at the Brickyard 400. Pit road speed limit is 55 miles an hour. It's a very narrow pit road, so getting on and off pit road is going to be a very interesting challenge, especially with the apron here. Carry a lot of speed exiting turn 2, which is the exit of pit road. This should be a very fun race, and according to this, I qualified third.
Well, will you look at that? He's qualifying third place and he isn't even racing. But like you said a little bit ago, Colin, this is a very, very special race for us. We are both huge fans of this racetrack. This is the racetrack that I've made the most gains on in terms of my iRating. And I just love it. I just love it so much. I remember racing up against guys in really top-tier setups, and I was racing in, back then, shout out to Ryko, by the way. Ryko's VRS equivalent setups are the light setups that they had. This wasn't their full-blown, like, really good setups. These were the less expensive ones. And I was taking the fight and beating EPI guys who were 6,000 rated. Granted, EPI wasn't great that week, but I was like a 2K driver. So, I'll toot my own horn with that. And so ever since I've loved this track. It's one of my favorite places to watch a race as well. I really loved it in the old Gen 6. So ultimately, what we're going to be looking for here is just long green flag runs. Just a lot. Everything about this track is long, right, Colin? Like, it's just very long.
Yeah, laps are here, 51 seconds in qualifying. You're going to drop about 3 or 4 tenths under race pace here. Tire fall off can be an issue, so as the run goes on, we're going to have probably a lot slower lap times, probably into the high 52s, low 53s. Caution laps are also brutal here, about 2 minutes around. You know, you're loving this place. You gained a lot in the stock car world. For me, I race a lot of Indy cars. So for me, every time the IndyCar series on iRacing comes to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it's a special thing because this place and IndyCar just go together like peanut butter and jelly, and also the Indy 500, which is every single year, which is probably the best race in the world. Going into some strategy here before we get under green flag conditions here as the pace lap, and I apparently jumped into the car, so now I'm jumping out of the car. But 160 laps, about 3 pit stops to make it to the end. About 38 to 42 laps on a tank of fuel. You burn about half a gallon per lap here. But this is going to be interesting. Last week we're at North Wilkesboro Speedway. You pitted, you lose about 2 laps. Here, you pit, you won't really necessarily lose a lap here. But it's going to be interesting to see how interesting these guys take fuel, because the pit stops have been shortened up to about 9 to 10 seconds. You're going to be waiting a lot more time. A lot more time is going to be taken to take fuel than it will take tires. So getting your car filled up is going to be key to make it to the end of this race. You've been part of fuel mileage races here. I've been part of fuel mileage races here. It is a thing that happens here. But as The main issues in this race, Elliott, is getting through turn 1 and 2 side by side. Dirty air is going to be a big thing we're going to be talking about all night, especially with everyone fighting for the bottom of the racetrack, which is the preferred line around here. So this can be a very interesting race, but this should be one of an exciting race. $100 goes to the winner. It's our third, and almost, I think this is our penultimate money race of the year, Elliott. We have one more money race, and that's going to be the Southern 500 Labor Day weekend. So that should be a fun event when we go to Darlington for the 500. But
yeah,
I Brickyard first.
I agree. Yeah, this is going to be a great race to watch. Yeah, a lot. What else can you say? There's so much history at this track. I mean, Indy 500, and then the Brickyard 400. Just so much, over 100 years of racing history here in Indianapolis. And really excited to see exactly how this race is going to turn out. Alan Duggar and Nick Godsey front row. And we are green. Alan Duggar's going to take them out front. He's going to dive down.
Ray
He's
Adamson
going to
goes a little bit too wide. Wesley Crump goes a little bit too wide, exiting turn 1. Side by side with Ray Adamson.
Yeah, Duggar's got a good lead over Nick Godsey now. Now, we were discussing this earlier, Colin. The best spot to pass, or working your way up through the field, not that much of a problem compared to when you get to first place. Good luck trying to get to first place. I mean, it is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, like Nick Godsey right now has to try to get to Alan Duggar, but Michael Davis, not only fighting the dirty air of 2 cars in front of him, he's getting the draft, the bubble from behind him. So he's entering the corner a lot faster than Alan Duggar is. So overdriving turn 1 and 2 is going to be key to not do that, to not burn up your right front tire. But this draft is not that strong down the backstretch like in other previous generations of cars. So you're trying to get all you can coming out of turn 2 and all you can get it coming out of turn 4 to set up a pass down the end of the straightaway. But with dirty air being such a big thing here, once you get Alan Duggar is in the catbird seat right now. He's in the best position. He can dictate where Nick Godsey goes, and that dictates where Michael Davis goes, and so on and so forth down the line. Really, in the races I've had this week, I've led a couple. I started 5th, and I worked my way up to 1st. You can pass. That's not impossible, but it takes about a couple laps to actually make the pass work and then make the pass stick. As we see,
Godsey big time in the wall. Davis going down. He almost got collected in that. We would have had our first caution of the day. It looks like Godsey is not driving well. Davis is going to slide up in front of Crump. Crump going on the inside though. He's got the run, and Crump is going to try and take Davis on the inside. That is something that guys are going to be fighting for this whole time, is the fight for that bottom. I do not want to discount the fact that you can absolutely make passes on the outside line. It's a lot harder to do because you need you need a lot of what's the right word that I'm looking for here?
I would say you need momentum through the center of the corner.
Yeah. You
need to carry a lot more speed through the center of the corner than the other guy in front of you. And for Nick Godsey, what we just saw him he went a little too deep in turn 1, got into that dirty air by Alan Duggar, pushed him into the wall, and that's what caused him to now have about a 0.6 of a second gap. As we see Wesley Crump dive to the inside of Michael Davis. He pushes up. He gets a little loose. Isaac Trace gets a little loose. And Ray Adamson's around.
Yeah, we're going to have our first caution of the day.
Oh, we're still under caution. We're still green.
We're still green. Oh, wow. I was so certain we were going to have a caution.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but I'm getting word that the screen is just a black.
Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I think we have it figured out now.
Alan Duggar chimed in while he was leading the race to tell us there was a problem.
That's funny.
Pretty badass!
What the hell?
Pretty much everyone is single fire. Ben Adamson spun off turn 4, got into it with Shane Parrish. He's now 1 lap down. I did not see him hit the wall. May have gotten some damage fixed, but he is 1 lap down. The only issue is everyone here has been spread out so far. There's about a 4-car length gap between, probably a 10-car length gap between him and Nicholas Godsey. Everyone is pretty spread out single file. So Ben Adamson's going to have to wait a while to get back on the lead lap. Sorry, folks, we're still working some technical difficulties.
No, I think I got it dialed now. I don't know. iRacing just crashed randomly, so sorry about that, everybody. Crown Jewel races not going too well for us this year, are they? We're 1 for 3. We're 1 for 3.
Daytona was fine. Daytona 500 was fine.
Yep, and we see
Crump go to the inside of Nick Godsey.
Yeah, there's Crump. He's gonna. I mean, Godsey we know is like probably nursing a little bit of damage right now. He did hit that wall pretty hard, but it's not too difficult to stay out front if you could just hold it on the bottom. Guys can and will get you out on the top. It just burns up your tires. I tried to make a few passes on the top. I had some luck early on. As the race progressed, I could not make those passes. So at Indy, you got to be very aggressive with your passes, and you got to hope the guy's going to give you room in front.
Isaac Trees trying to make it work on the outside. He passed was the Crump for 3rd place. Isaac Trees very fast last week at North Wilkesboro. Got into a little bit of trouble. It went multiple laps down at one point. Rebounded into a top 5 finish. He's looking to make Indianapolis continue on that good stretch of luck as he's now worked his way inside the top 3. He's up 6 spots from where he started.
Yeah, Isaac Treese, yeah, he's doing really, really well. P3 right now. He's just got to take Godsey, and that's going to be the main problem for him. Godsey, he may not be nursing any damage at all. He may have just hit the wall, washed some speed off, and he's able to hold the bottom well from what I see. But Treese, he's going to have to get closer. He has to get closer. He has to give himself a run and maybe even try and pass him on the outside. That's what I would try to do if I was Isaac Treese. I'd try and make a move to the outside there. Another guy I want to talk about, Gus Otero, making up 5 spots since the start of the race. He is in front of Michael Davis right now, who's dropped 2 spots. Gus Otero looking for a good day today. Shane Parrish making it up 1 spot ahead of 2 spots ahead, sorry, of Gus Otero. He's having a quiet day. The North Wilkesboro race winner, he's laying in the back, kind of chilling out. But I do want to say, he says he comes to these races unprepared. He says he's not doing too well, especially because of his schedule and other stuff going on in his own personal life. We all have lives outside of here, but he's always kind of been able to remain in the top 5 consistently. He may not have that race-winning speed, but when something happens, like last week, where, you know, an ill-timed pass wrecks out almost wrecks the leader, causing the leader to pretty much lose, like, multiple seconds, Parrish has proven that he can just drive it to the end consistently. And that's, I think that's just what he's got to do until he can get more practice time in on the track and just really figure it out. So he's got an immense amount of talent. And, you know, I really think that if anyone's going to take it to Alan Duggar for the championship, it's going to be Shane Parrish. He just needs that time, and he just needs that seat time going into the end of the year, which I do believe he will have. So I think that everyone who thinks that Alan Duggar and Nick Godsey are like going to be 1-2, watch out. That number 66 is coming, and he's going to be coming real fast.
And remember, the points reset as we get to the chase for the BSR Cup after Daytona. Whoever wins the regular season championship will be seeded number 1, and they'll have a 100-point advantage, and it goes down 10 points or so with every position. So once this point system resets itself going into the BSR playoffs, it's anyone's game. I really think anyone inside that top 6 has a better chance to win, but, you know, if you're seeded 10th, 8th, 9th, you still have a chance. You just have to put really good races together. The problem is that you have guys, Alan Duggar, Nick Godsey, Shane Parrish, Isaac Treese in front of you in a higher points position, and they rarely have bad days. Isaac, since he won that race at Sonoma, has really been putting it on. As we see him go attack Nick Godsey, trying to get a run, he does not going into turn 2. They still remain single file.
That's the thing. If you're gonna pass on the outside, you have to start your run about 2 turns early. Get up close to him at the last second. Go outside, kind of like that, but in a turn, and then make the pass. It's going to be so difficult for Isaac Treese to do that. It's not easy.
I don't know if you'll agree with me with this, but outside this track in Pocono, you kind of have to race it a little bit like a road course. You kind of have to set up a lot of passes. A lot of times you see Isaac Treese dive to the inside, and it Godsey looks like Godsey just gives him the position coming out of turn 2. Now P2, Isaac Treese going after the leader, but looks like
that's going to be an interesting little fight.
Shane Parrish is going to have the bottom line, and he's going to clear him. No, staying side by side. He'll get him here. And Shane Parrish goes to P3. But back to my point, you have to kind of race this place like road course. You have multiple laps to set up a pass, and then once you do set up that pass, it's probably a little bit more difficult than you probably realized. You probably didn't get the good run coming out of turn 2. Probably missed your apex. You have to drive this a lot like a road course, and like we saw at Sonoma a couple weeks ago, the guys who are running really good at road courses. Isaac Treese, Alan Duggar, they're up towards the front right now. Nick Godsey won at San Diego. He's running in P4. Roland Collette, our Watkins Glen winner, is not in the show tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, Collette is, he won't be here. He's kind of settling in for the long haul here, I think. I don't think we're going to see very many cautions today, and if we do, it's going to come from cautions. Just Wesley Crump.
Michael Davis got a black flag.
Probably entered pit lane a little too quickly. There go the Adamson brothers way in the back there.
Trying to go back and see what happened to Michael Davis. Actually, Michael Davis got loose coming off turn 4. Too fast entering, he just disconnected.
No.
So I guess our first DNF of the day.
I can't even get a good camera angle on it.
Oh,
bless you.
Bless me. By the way, as we work lap 16 of 160, happy birthday, my friend. Turning 25 this week.
I appreciate it. Happy birthday to you too. Turning what, 45?
32. Your birthday, my birthday,
you
were a
don't.
day
You don't.
apart.
Well, you don't look a day over 50.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it's good to have. It's good. It's kind of weird that our birthdays are separated by a day, but it's good to see. Good to see that we're both now officially a year older.
You know, since I
Christian.
qualified third, do you think I could have ran with these guys? Or
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, if you ask me, I think we'd be in the top 5. I'd be better than you, of course, but we'd be in the top 5. Yeah.
I mean, if this was an IndyCar, I'd be better than you.
No, I'd still be better than you.
Okay.
I'm just better than you. Understand that. I'm kidding.
But we're halfway, almost about halfway through this green flag stint. Pit stops are going to be happening around lap 38 to lap 42. Preferably, you want to pit lap 40. Do you want to pit lap 80? Do you want to pit at lap 120? That will get you to the end safely on fuel. Dustin Franklin also disconnected. He is our second DNF of the night.
And it looks like we are down to just 9 drivers, 8 of which are on the lead lap. Ray Adamson and Ben Adamson are bringing up the rear. Oh, Treese into the wall a little bit. He's going to lose some time there. Once you get into that bubble at around like 6/10, it just gets significantly harder to make time on the guy in front.
Yeah,
I got to say that.
The leader has clean air, so really he can dictate. He sets the pace, so he's getting his braking points, he's setting his marks. If you're in second place, you have to hope, really, essentially, that Alan Duggar misses a couple apexes over the next couple laps to even close that gap. It's just extremely hard to pass with this Duggar clan. Take a shot, dirty air. As we see the top 3 now, Alan Duggar, Treese, and Shane Paris, all within almost 1.3 seconds. You have to go back another 3 seconds from Shane Paris to Wesley Crump. Nick Godsey, 5 seconds back behind the leader. Then you have to go another 12 seconds back to reach Gus Otero.
Yeah, once the field starts spreading out, it gets significantly harder to make time up. You are no longer in that draft. You are running in clean air, so your handling's going to be okay. But you're stuck, and you can't go anywhere until cars come to you.
That's unfortunate. But looks like we're shaping up. I'm looking at the lap times here. Isaac Treese last time by 52.5. Alan Duggar 52.7. Treese was 0.3 faster than Alan Duggar last time by. Gap is starting to close. You have to think that with this as NIS mode,
yeah.
And a lot of people only race A Open this week, and A Open is consistently shorter. It's a different weather. You have to think that maybe setups aren't specifically tuned to the weather and that we see at the Brickyard 400. So you have to think Alan Duggar, with having clean air, could have you be using that right rear tire a little bit more than Isaac Treese is. He's using up that right front tire because he's in dirty air.
Christian's asking us to take it easy on the whole dirty air talk. She has to drive home soon.
We'll try.
Back out
Speaking
front,
of-
we still have the top 3 is looking awful familiar now. Oh boy, Nick Godsey took a big lick into the wall there. Alan Duggar, Isaac Treese, and Shane Parrish, they've all gained time. Both of those drivers, Treese and Parrish, have gained time on Alan Duggar. Lead is now under half a second ahead of Isaac Treese, so Isaac slowly making progress. I think if you're in Isaac Treese's position, you just got to go for broke. Go as hard as you can and get that clean air.
Yeah, for Alan Duggar, I saw him send it a little too hot into turn 1. He went about a lane up from where he should be. That gate cost him a lot of time. Let Isaac Treese to pounce the gap now down to 4/10 of a second between the top 2. I'm seeing him get a little loose coming out of turn 4. That's what I was talking about. The difference between the clean air and the more turbulent air. See how I didn't say that D word? The turbulent air versus clean air? Yeah.
And you are technically correct. The air is very turbulent the closer that he gets. until he pops that bubble and is right on his bumper.
And I know this is going to be a pretty monotonous race from time to time. I know the lead is shrinking, but join us next week as we head to the Midwest. Elliot, we're going out in the corn country. We're going to Iowa Speedway. That should be a very fun.
No, we're not. We're going to Auto Club.
What?
We're going to Auto Club.
Says who?
It says the schedule.
Oh, we're a week off.
We get that. It's the week off. So we go to Iowa.
We go to Auto Club, then Iowa.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the NASCAR Cup Series takes a week off. So we will rejoin everyone at Auto Club, and there's no race in the NASCAR Cup Series next Sunday. The drivers get a day off. They get a week off, actually, and they can prep for Iowa, which, in my opinion, it's a lot of people did not like it last year. I got to say I did. I really liked it. Just a lot of, like, up at the front, it was a fight. Every single lap. I remember in the first stage alone, it took Brad Keselowski about 15 laps of running side by side. I want to say like it had to be upwards of 10 laps at least, running side by side with Ryan Blaney for the stage win. Like, Brad started pretty well. He started in P4, and then he quickly worked his way up to P2, and then from there was like a constant battle. The dirty air, or turbulent air, sorry, Christian, I know you gotta drive home, is very, very, I would venture to say that it's worse there than it is here. The reason that it's so bad here at the Brickyard is because there's only realistically 1, maybe 2 lanes you can run. And you're reaching the limit of speed on the car. At Iowa, there's more banking. The pavement is completely different. It's so messed up, and I'm talking iRacing here. And then you have to contend, and then you have to contend with all of the turbulent air games people are going to be playing with you.
Miles Stacy entered pit road. He has looks like a black flag according to iRacing. What happened
That's
there?
not good.
Looks like he went around the pit entry cone.
Parrish is going to take P2 away from Isaac Treese. Treese is going to get him back, though. The battle for P2 is heating up, and all Alan Duggar can do is smile as he drives away. 1.1 second the lead now. Shane Parrish trying to run down Alan Duggar with Isaac Treese at his side in the preferred lane. It's going to be interesting to see how Parrish is going to manage this. He's going to go right around him. On the inside now, or on the outside now. Oh, whoa! Hold on to it! Hold on to it! Oh! Isaac Treese in the wall. Big damage on that left front. He's going to get it back rolling, though. No caution will come out. And Isaac Treese, running second a long time, now has damage that he's going to have to nurse through the rest of this race. He's going to have to pray for a caution.
Luckily, I mean, he did hit the wall at 46 miles an hour. Not a really big hit for Isaac Treese. And almost, it was. I guess you can still call it a little bit of a tank slapper. So hopefully there's not too much damage for Isaac Treese. But he's still P3 right now. Nick Godsey is chomping on his heels right now. And Shane Parrish and Alan Duggar are now your top 2.
Shane Parrish now trying to work that gap in between him and Alan Duggar. Gap shrinking a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, last time by the top 2 separated by 600ths of a second. 52.902, 52.908 for Shane Parrish. Running pretty much dead even lap times right now. Currently, these two drivers are the only two drivers inside the 52-second bracket. You have to go to Gus Otero, who's the next fastest driver on track, 53.5. Shane Parrish last time by 1/10 faster.
He's trying. He is trying. I mean, we're so spread out now. I mean, we only have 7 drivers on track and 6 on the lead lap, and we're lap 28 out of lap 160, or out of 160 laps here at Indianapolis. I mean, this is going to be a long race, and it's going to get spread out big time. Parrish cuts the lead now to within a second.
Speaking of trying, I know we usually talk sometimes current events, but how do you feel about LeBron James being a 76er?
It's a curious move. It's pretty. You know, I think they're. I don't know. I think the Cavs would have been a better fit for him. I think it's understandable why he didn't go to the Heat. I think the Warriors and the Cavs would have been better fits. I think with the addition of Jaylen Brown, the Sixers look better. But LeBron, you know, I'm surprised he did not take a farewell tour home in Cleveland. Honestly, I'm surprised.
Going back to the on-track action, last time by for Shane Parrish, 52.4. Last time by for Alan Better, 52.8. You have to pretty much go a full straightaway back to Isaac Treese, who's still in P3. Running
13 seconds off. He's 14 seconds off now. He is badly damaged. And I think so is Nick Godsey, who is 19 seconds off. Gus Otero is going to pass him. And now Nick Godsey is going into the pits. He's going to try and get some damage fixed. Maybe change some tires here on lap 30. Splitting the fuel window in half. You can go about, oh no, you could go about like 37 laps.
You can go 38 to 42, so he's pitting about 7 laps short, 7 laps before he should be coming in, 8 laps before he should be coming in. That's going to put him off sequence, though, and that is probably what he is thinking about. It's probably the only real way to get back into this race. The problem is for Nick Godsey, Alan Duggar's coming off turn 4. Nick Godsey hasn't even stopped at his pit box yet.
That's true. But maybe Nick's trying to undercut him, get some time back before the end of this race. We're going to have to see a mistake from one of these guys. Meanwhile, up front, Parrish is closing in on Alan Duggar. He is right there. He's going to be coming to his rear bumper right now. Going into turn 3, does he have anything for him? He's going to have to start setting up the run here.
Shane Parrish, 52.7. Alan Duggar entered the 53-second bracket. I mean, to be honest with you, as someone who's done a couple Brickyard 400s this week, this is the longest green flag run I think I have seen so far. We're working lap 31, coming to 32 laps complete. This is going to be a long green flag run. It's going to be interesting to see how later in the race this goes. If this gap still stays the same, can Shane Parrish get Alan Duggar coming to under 10 to 5 laps to go? It seems that Shane Parrish has the better long run car over Alan Duggar.
Yeah, I think Duggar might have gone.
These guys is that lap down car of Nick Godsey is going to become right in front of Alan Duggar.
You know, I gotta say, I think Alan Duggar expected more people in front of him, and I think maybe he went with a looser setup. This is exactly the same thing that happened to me. I got into clean air, and you know, just I had a really loose setup that was meant through fighting through dirty air. Woohoo! Duggar, little bit, almost a mistake there. Almost a mistake. He rights the ship, though. He rights the ship, and he's fine. Yeah, I think he really did go with a looser set. I think that seals it. He went with a looser setup. In clean air, that's not going to last you very well. It'll make you cut through the field in dirty air, but clean air, going to be a bit of a challenge, and Parrish, I think, is starting to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and now they're coming to a pit window. At about 6 laps or so is when that pit window will open. And I think Nick Godsey being about a second and a half, actually about 2 to 3 seconds in front of Alan Duggar. Alan Duggar may be feeling the effects of a little bit of more turbulent air, something that he hasn't been used to for the first 34 laps of this race, which is probably throwing a curveball into for Shane, which is probably working into the hands of Shane Parrish as he entered a little high. Did you see that? Try to exit the corner off a little low?
Yeah,
He's
trying to get as close to him as possible, set up a pass here, but he's getting closer. I think we could see a little something through turns 1 and 2, possibly. Or we're going to see it again on the backstretch. He's going to try and make the pass. Real close together. They're tight now. Under 0.2 of a second. Parrish is there. Oh, hits the wall. He's okay. Coming into 3, here it is.
Faster last time by.
Yeah, but the lead has cut now to, or lead has gained to now almost 0.3. Now it's back to under 3. He's going to make another run at it right now. War of attrition right here. Who gets, who loses it first? Duggar or Parrish? Parrish is giving it his all right now. He smells blood in the water. Duggar's just trying to maintain, get to the end of the fuel window, pit, and then go back out.
Yeah, you see Alan Duggar being loose coming off turn 2 and 4. It's obviously affecting that right rear tire. That's going to get worse as the run goes on, but he has about 6 or so laps before we see Alan Duggar on pit road. Can he hold on to it until now? I think if Shane Parrish gets the lead, especially on fresh tires, I think this could be how the race unfolds. Could be who's better on pit road between Alan Duggar and Shane Parrish and the rest of it out, because we haven't really seen a lot of on-track passes for the lead up to this point. Alan Duggar has been leading the way ever since the drop of the green flag.
Oh, Duggar again loose.
So loose coming out of 4.
He is. He's struggling right now. He's struggling. He may have to pit a little bit earlier. He's going to have to make some adjustments. Maybe make that car a little bit tighter. Parrish, smelling blood in the water. He's trying to get him loose, and he does! They hit the brakes! Alan Duggar, bit of damage going on. Parrish, he may be clean out of that. He made a little bit of contact. Oh, no, I don't think he's clean. I don't think he's clean, man. He's got some damage on the left front. And I don't think a single car, except for Gus Otero and Ray Adamson, are clean right now.
Yeah. I mean, we
see
saw
the
Alan
damage.
Duggar getting loose.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time. He was either going to have to pit or he
Shane
was
Parrish
going
comes to pit road.
Parrish
But
is
Shane
pitting
Parrish
now.
gets a black flag.
He got a black?
He was speeding on pit road.
Oh, no. Oh, this has just become a logistical nightmare at this point. Duggar gets the lead back, and he's back out front. Isaac Treese now pitting in. Gus Otero. He's gonna go into P2. He's 19 seconds back from Alan Duggar now.
Shane Parrish, black flag. Now this really puts a curveball in everyone. It's interesting.
This isn't even a curveball. This is a screwball. This is a spitball. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Ray Adamson and Ben Adamson. Duggar coming into pit. What's Gus Otero gonna do? I think Gus Otero's got a bit of a strategy that he's gonna employ here. I think if there's gonna be a day where someone's gonna take the win, that's not Alan Duggar or Shane Parrish or Isaac Treese, it could very well be Gus Otero. He's the only one out on track, and he's going to assume the lead. Gus Otero will lead his first lap this race. Duggar pits.
Isaac Treese now back on pit road. He's unfortunately 1 lap down. Shane Parrish is now still pitting. He had to serve his penalty first.
It's either he's serving his penalty or he's getting damage fixed. Now multiple guys are a lap down. And Gus Otero is going to assume the lead. This is crazy to me. And Alan Duggar is going to come out of pit road. He is back now, back on the track. Otero now pitting in. He's going to come in a little late. I want to see if he can try and if he gained time on Alan Duggar here. Duggar's about 42 seconds behind Gus Otero. Now 27. Ray Adamson takes the lead. His brother Ben Adamson right behind him. Ray, are you going to be nice and let your brother pass?
I think he would.
That's the question on everyone's mind, and by everyone I mean just you and me. Otero now into the pits. This is going to be close right now. Duggar's going to come out. Let's see how much of that gap Gus Otero was able to shave off. It was about 20-something seconds.
Looks like there's contact between Ben Adamson and Ray Adamson right now.
What is going on?
Looks like they're playing Natty game back there. They both decided to come to pit road.
Well, they're on the same strategy.
And it looks like Ray Adamson received a black flag.
Oh, no. Oh, this is chaos. This is chaos. Isaac Treese now looking on the outside of Gus Otero. This is for position as well. Treese is going to go on the inside of Otero right here. And Treese will not get the spot just yet. Otero still got that run coming off the high side. Treese is going to slide in right behind him. If I'm Otero, I am covering the bottom with a blanket right here. I'm going to make sure no dive bombs, and I'm going to block. There it is.
So I went on board with Ray Adamson coming to pit road. He ran out of fuel.
He what? And his
fuel.
Brother was pushing him. Oh my God, this race is
weird.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Shane Parrish still in the pits. He's getting damage fixed.
Now, what's going to be interesting is that there's a lot of time left in this race. There's 119 laps to go. There's at least two more pit stops here in this race. We're approaching lap 80, so there'll be another pit stop. Lap 120, there'll be another pit stop, and then they'll be good to the end. Isaac Treese is only 13 and a half seconds back. And, you know, if we're thinking maybe, 20 laps to go, that's pretty much an insurmountable lead whatsoever. But right now, Isaac Treese is running 4/10 a lap faster than Alan Duggar is at this point.
And you know who's running faster than Isaac Treese right now? Gus Otero in the 76.
Yeah, and right now it's the only battle on track right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
blue and gold, blue, white, and gold. Number 76 car by Gus Otero.
Treese has got a nose in. Treese has got a nose in. He's ahead right now. Separation at the bottom of the track, trying to slide up in front of Gus Otero right here at the bumper, and Treese is going to gain the spot, and he is now ahead of Gus Otero. They're both shaving time off, though, on Alan Duggar. Alan Duggar's got to be concerned right now.
Yeah,
how much more damage does he need fixed, and how much more time can he afford to lose to Isaac Treese and Gus Otero? As they're both catching him.
Yeah, even with the lead, Isaac Trees 52.6 last time by, Alan Duggar 52.9. Gap is shrinking under 13 seconds with 117 laps to go. We're really going to earn our money tonight, Elliot, and let me tell you, we're not getting paid anything.
No, we do this because we do this for the love of the game. And also, we don't shut up, ever.
Speaking of, how's my Orioles doing? I know they're playing the Braves tonight. Oh, 3-3, top the 8.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you know the best part about being a Giants fan today?
No, what's that?
I don't think we're playing.
You are playing. First pitch at 9:15 Central Time.
Oh, for the love of all
Welcoming
that's
the Angels.
holy. Oh,
Welcoming the
God.
Angels of Anaheim.
Oh, my God. Webb's going to get shelled again against Rodriguez. Good Lord.
So,
all right.
Starting pick. Who's your starter pitchers tonight?
Logan Webb.
Uh,
Logan Webb for the Giants, and then Rodriguez for, it's not Patrick, it's Patrick Sandoval that I'm thinking of. I don't know.
Rodriguez.
Grayson Rodriguez. Really? He's not had a good season?
He's 3 for 3, 8.23 ERA, 27 Ks, 1.77 WHIP.
Well, that's what being on the Angels will do for you. Gap's still shrinking now between Isaac Treese and Alan Duggar. Let's go on board with Alan Duggar to see just exactly how he's attacking these turns. I'm very, very curious. Yeah, he's running a 4th gear set. It's the one that he feels most comfortable in. He's clutching it. He's fuel saving. That's why he's losing time. He's fuel saving. His damage is fixed. He's just saving fuel. He wants to make this a no-doubter.
So he pit on lap 38. We know we can go about 42 laps on a tank of fuel. So he has four extra laps plus another 40. So we expect him to come in lap, 78, 82, somewhere around there. From there, he'd have one more pit stop around lap 120. Then he'd essentially be good to the end. Isaac Treese pitted a lap before him. And that means, that basically equates to about a half a gallon if both of these guys weren't fuel saving. That's pretty much what you burn here. Half a gallon a lap with a 4th gear set. If you're just running 4th gear, you're going to be burning a lot more fuel than you would be in a 5th gear set, just because of the lower RPM range.
And he's only clutching it in turns 1 and 3 after the long straightaways. He wants to still carry speed through 2 and 4, the ones with a very short straightaway. It's maximizing speed while also saving a lot of gas. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he can do it.
Yeah, he's about 0.6 of a second slower than Isaac Treese. You have to think, if you're Isaac Treese right now, do you know that Alan Duggar is saving? Because if you don't know that, and Alan Duggar's, because of he's clutching in, he's not attacking turns 1 and 3 very hard. He's getting off well before you would actually be braking here. Probably about a couple hundred feet before you actually apply brakes in 3 and 4, or 1 and 3.
Well, that's the smart part about it. He's clutching it in, and he's not hitting the brakes at all. And if he is, he's hitting it very lightly as to not wash off too much speed. Let's go on board with Isaac Treese to see what he's doing through the turns. Cutting him on a long straightaway. He is running a 5th gear set. Also from Ryko. Downshifting. He is not letting off the gas in turn 3. Dana Webb says, my baby know what he doing, lol. Yeah, absolutely he knows what he's doing. I still thought he was damaged, but he is being very, very smart about this. You're correct, Dana. He knows exactly what he is doing.
Yeah, look at the time. I mean, it's basically 9.4 seconds. Isaac Treese is getting about half a second a lap. So if you do the math here, at about 18 laps or so, Isaac Treese will catch Alan Duggar. If we're still on board with Isaac Treese, you see Alan Duggar directly in front of you. It's that little red dot that just went off into turn 3. He's there. Isaac Treese absolutely sees him, 100%. But Isaac Treese, with this, based on this fuel strategy, and I love pulling out my calculator for these races, Elliot. You know that I'm a big crew chief. I love strategy. I don't know if this necessarily hurts Isaac Treese in the long run. There's still 2 more stops.
I don't believe it hurts Isaac in the long run. I think, call me crazy, but I think what Alan's doing right now is he's trying to,
I think he's trying to retire.
Not even save the right rear tire. I think he's trying to save everything. He's trying to make this a 1 more stop race. He wants to make this a no-doubter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the fuel strategy is. I wish iRacing would tell us how much fuel burn he's getting. He's probably saving a way more. He's probably burning less than about half a gallon a lap. He's probably burning under probably 4.48.
Let's go on board. Let's go on board with Gus Otero. I want to see what he's up to. About a second back from Isaac Treese, also running a 5th gear set. Downshifts, from what I notice immediately, he downshifts a little earlier than Isaac.
Yeah, using engine braking, you don't have to use a lot of brake if you're letting the engine do it for you. The only problem is iRacing does have wear and tear on the engine. That is a thing that has happened. It's happened to me. It's probably happened to you, downshifting these next-gen cars. And the off chance that it does happen, and it's rare, it happens probably once in every 1,000 races or so. But that can result in engine damage over the long run, and we're seeing
You mean a money shift?
Yeah,
I have never money shifted in my life on this service.
I have, unfortunately.
I haven't. What I can say, though, is Gus Otero's taking these turns better than me. I think we would be situated around 4th or 5th place right now, Colin.
I'd probably be running 3rd. I mean, the problem is a lot of these guys have had damage. Alan Duggar's got damage. Isaac Treese has had damage. Gus Otero's been pretty clean for the first run of this race. It's been pretty much a battle of attrition and not making mistakes. I can't tell you how many times I've qualified for the Indy 500, and you know it's a different qualifying procedure in iRacing and in Indy 500 in general versus what we're accustomed to in the NASCAR Cup Series. Where in the NASCAR Cup Series you get 1 to 2 laps to lay down a qualifying lap, where in the IndyCar Series you have to make 4 laps. And you can't hit the wall once with the iRacing. It's a strict qualifying scrutiny. If you hit the wall once, you get a contact, you get an X, it disqualifies your entire qualifying session. And I can't tell you how stressful that is in an IndyCar, especially when you're entering the corner. We're entering the corner next gen car, 194 miles an hour, and in IndyCar you're entering turn 1 at 240 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And you're also wide open the entire time.
Yeah, honestly, I could never be an IndyCar driver. I just don't have the testicular capability to be one.
You know, it looks like Alan Duggar has tried to pick up the pace. Last time by 52.7, Isaac Treese 52.5.
Is he clutching it? Is he still clutching it in? Let's find out. We're gonna find out right here. See if he's actually clutching it in or not.
He is not.
No, he's no longer clutching it in. He's saved enough from what he thinks he needs.
The gap's still 8 seconds now. 4/10 faster for Isaac Treese. Last time by 53.0 for Alan Duggar. Last time by for Treese 52.6. And there's also a car in front of us. Ben Adamson is going to play a factor. He's going to give him more dirty air. Which again, Alan Duggar has not seen a lot of dirty air this race.
I feel like even with the problems that Treese has encountered this race, he's shaving off a lot of time with Duggar running. No longer clutching and no longer fuel saving. Could we see Isaac Treese win today?
I mean, he certainly has the speed. The problem with when Isaac Treese and Shane Parrish got into it with each other, Shane Parrish looks like he just got a little tight coming off turn one, and then Isaac Treese got into him and just got loose and had to dive down into the inside of the track. But looking at this, it seems like Alan Duggar he's probably driving about 80% or so. I mean, it's still 0.6 of a second faster for Treese. Gap is now 7.3 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 7 seconds at the line.
Yeah, we're at 7.6 seconds. Gus Otero's just he's kind of fallen off just a little bit on the pace here. Oh, hold on to it. Hold on to it. I can't imagine he has clean pants after that one. That was close.
Shane Parrish has a meatball flag. He's been sitting on pit road since lap 37. I believe that car is overheating.
He overheated it. No way.
Shane, if you're still alive, just let us know in chat that you're still alive, bro. Giving me the option to hop back in my car, but I'm already 56 laps down.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to win it.
No. But, I mean, I could set the fastest lap. The fastest lap today was set by Michael Davis with a 52.101. It is actually tied with Isaac Treese. He has a 52.101. But I think if I went out there on the track, Brandon would get a bit upset if I just put a qualifying setup and go, you know?
Yeah.
Because God forbid I wreck Alan Duggar. But we get our first caution of the day.
Yeah, that would honestly be a little bit interesting. Getting a caution here would be certainly very interesting.
Speaking of some NASCAR news that broke this morning, what are your reactions to Alex Bowman announcing his retirement at the end of next year?
Honestly, Alex Bowman is the butt of a lot of people's jokes, right? He's the fourth Hendrick driver. He's not as good as everyone else, right? He doesn't deserve to drive the 48 or the 88 for that matter. Two legends of the NASCAR world. He has driven with their numbers for Hendrick his entire career, and what does he he doesn't have very much to show for it. He's got a few race wins here and there, but mostly it's consistent and relatively early exits in the playoffs. That being said, though, like, he was always there. Like, throughout the times that I've been watching racing since 2018, I've always seen Alex Bowman's name up there. It's gonna feel like Jamie McMurray when he retires, and he's retiring because of injuries. I mean, he's been beaten at all hell at this sport. And what sucks even more is he's a Tucson native too. So like, there goes Tucson representation.
And he replaced Dale Jr., who retired due to injury, and Alex Bowman's going to retire, obviously, due to injury. And according to the scuttlebutt, if you believe Jeff Gluck and in the Athletic, I can't remember his name for the Athletic, but Connor Zilich is on the short list to drive the 48 in 2028.
I don't think he's going to leave Trackhouse, to be honest. They're going to try and get him, but Trackhouse has invested so much into Connor Zilich. I don't see Connor leaving.
Then who in this rookie, if you're looking out there, looking for a driver to fill the 48, I mean, we know Jesse Day is going to be, or Jesse Love is going to go to the NASCAR Cup Series next year, presumably
driving for the Wood Brothers.
Yeah, and we know Austin Hill is going to be in the 33 next year in 2027. Who would you get for that? Would you call up Corey Day?
Corey Day. or Carson Quapple. To me, those are the two best shots. And while we've been talking, Isaac Tracy's plateaued. He's actually losing time now to Alan Duggar. Let's go on the in-car. Let's see what's going on here. Still nursing a bit of that damage, I assume.
Yeah, last time by for Alan Duggar, 52.6. Last time by for Isaac Treese, 52.8.
Tabitha
So
Treese tells us to tell Isaac if he wants him to if he wants her to bring him something from the new Buc-ee's, he better get his butt in gear. You hear that, Isaac? She's gonna get you something from Buc-ee's if you win. You're about 7.7 seconds off of that. Off of getting something from Buc-ee's. We don't have Buc-ee's out here. Do it. I don't know.
I can use beaver nuggets. I have a Buc-ee's like an hour away from me.
Dude, I have one 2.5 hours away from me in Phoenix.
Mine's in Alabama.
No, yeah, we don't have Buc-ee's out in the West Coast, you know?
You got Love's, though. Love's is pretty good.
Love's is decent, but it ain't no Buc-ee's, man. I can
Look,
tell you one
I
thing.
will say-
Whataburger ain't no In-N-Out.
I mean, you got me there. But Love's has, like, that fresh fruit. And, you know, if you're on a long road trip, I like watermelon.
I'm a watermelon guy myself. My roommate actually brought home a yellow watermelon. Gotta say, tasted absolutely no different from a watermelon colored watermelon. I don't even know, is it a red watermelon or like a scarlet watermelon? I mean, the color's technically like not red, right? It's like a different color. It's like a scarlet.
Look, as a person who has farmed watermelons back in the day, let me tell you, I will never do that a day in my life ever again. It sucks.
You're a watermelon farmer and you were not a fan of Ross Chastain?
Look, Ross Chastain, I mean, he might have been a watermelon farmer, but he wasn't the one, like, you know, paying the high school kids to pick watermelon. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
On board Isaac Treese, he's loose. He was really loose.
He's very loose. Yeah, that's one thing I did notice from being on his onboard. Treese is very loose. I think he's also running a bit of a looser setup because he was expecting to be running behind behind people, and he wanted good turn-in so he could get out front. It's kind of biting him in the butt the same way that it bit Duggar in the butt early on in the race. Running those looser setups with lower or with fields that aren't as filled out is always a risk, right? So last night, I'll give you an example. Last night in the 11:30 race, it was me and 7 other guys who registered for the race. About 6 made it on track, and about 4 finished the race on the lead lap. I was in P2, and I was gaining on P1, and then my car just started to let go. I just kept getting loose, and I lost more and more time, and eventually that culminated in me finishing about 15 seconds back from the leader because I didn't have a tighter set. So this is a track that you're going to have to be a little bit selective with your pit, with your setup. I think though if Treese is able to maintain that time and something breaks his way, he has a shot. Certainly can get him something from Buc-ee's, Tabitha.
We're 27 laps into this run for Alan Duggar and Isaac Treese. Isaac Treese is about 9 laps away from pitting. He pitted lap 37, so he's about 10 or so laps away from pitting. Alan Duggar, it's going to be interesting to see how much fuel he was able to save over the course of earlier in that second stint. Mind you, I think this is going to be the fastest Brickyard 400 we've ever done. Already 66 laps in the race, 95 to go this time by.
No Nick Godsey. Nick Godsey, we haven't talked much about him. He's 36 seconds back from the lead in P4. Why don't we go to his in car and see what he's doing? He's in 4th gear in turn 4. Getting it to the bottom. I think he still has some wheel damage. He's running a 4th gear set.
Yeah, just a little too tight going.
Yeah, he's tight.
Really can't get it to that white line. You kind of want your left front below that white line. That concrete, that gray part.
Hold on to it. He saved it.
That tightness in turning the wheel. Then he was getting back on the gas, and the car drifts up. Putting too much wheel into it, putting a little gas into it gets him a little loose. Not really fighting a good car, but turn 1 and 2 is technically just the tighter end of the racetrack for whatever reason. I think it has to do with probably the wind here, probably a little bit of the shading as it goes on through the race.
Yeah, Nick Godsey still dealing with that.
94 laps to go for Alan. 93 laps to go for Alan Duggar.
We're really kind of settling. I mean, there's only 6 cars racing on the track right now, and we have a little under 100 to go. Each lap takes around 55 seconds.
52 seconds.
If you're running fast, yeah.
And it looks like Nick Godsey's taking his car to pit road.
Godsey going into pit, presumably to get more damage done. That car's probably almost undrivable if Nick Godsey's going to be bringing it in. And he will be lapped officially by Alan Duggar.
3 cars on the lead lap. Gus Otero, the first car not on the lead lap. If this continues, because it seems like people are being on pit, when people pit, they are being lapped. There's a good possibility Alan Duggar could lap the field tonight.
I don't know if I don't think he's going to lap Isaac Trees. Gus Otero maybe if Gus doesn't have a little bit of fuel trickery up his sleeve. I don't think he'll lap Isaac Trees. I mean, Trees is proven he can be faster than Alan. Just Trees does not have the long run speed of Alan. That's the only concern there. And if Trees just breaks loose all of a sudden and bins it, that'll be all she wrote for this race, I feel like.
Speaking of speed, Lane Riggs is currently leading the NASCAR Truck Series race with 46 laps to go. They are a little bit south of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, geography-wise, at one of my favorite short tracks in the country, Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Yeah, it's a short track.
Yeah. ARCA Series was earlier today. Caden Honeycutt won a race, the ARCA race. He's doing a double duty. That must have been fun if you're at Indianapolis at the Raceway Park. You get the ARCA race at 5:30 Central, then the truck race at 7:30 Central. Just a good Friday night at the racetrack. It's interesting to see the lines. People are actually running the bottom at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Usually you run the top.
No, I mean, it would be cool to attend those kinds of races.
It's not scanned in the this version of iRacing, but going into turn 3, there is a little quarter-mile dirt track going into turn 3 in the infield there.
Lap 71 now. Alan Duggar slowly making progress on the lap car of, looks to be Ben Adamson in P6. Looking to put him another lap down. You know, I'm surprised Shane Parrish just couldn't get a rolling again. That sucks. I mean, that's what, that was a big competitor now, basically gone. He's not coming. I don't think I don't think he's going to come back out. We have 3 cars on the lead lap. This is going to be yeah. This is very interesting.
Alan Duggar right in front, behind Ray Adamson running P4. Ray Adamson having a good run. He's consistently getting better and better as each week goes on. Gus Otero is going to have another good points day.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of where Gus Otero ends up, if he's able to keep it clean, he's going to finish in the top 3. That's a big deal for him. Just again, that being consistent, showing up every week, and just running your race pays off big in the long run because, I mean, look at the other guys who have been racing ahead of him all year long. Gus is in P4 right now in the standings. Am I wrong?
Yeah, let me pull those standings up real quick. Give me 1 second. Come on. So leaving North Wilkesboro last week, Alan Duggar has a almost 50, actually, yeah, a 54-point lead over Nicholas Godsey. Gus Otero was in third place, 518 points. Isaac Treese is actually 1 back from him with 517. So based on this, Gus Otero is going to still be in third place in the point standings, followed by Shane Parrish, Roger Shelton, Roland Collette, who has 3 wins on the season, Johnny Halchek and Ryan Q. Brown, Shane Paul, Ben Adamson in P12, Chris Webb in P13, Billy Brickley in P14, Paul Dinino in P15, and Ray Adamson, based on his finish today, will, if everything stays good, till the end of the season, he jumps inside the top 16 in points, and he will be playoff eligible if the season ended tonight. And it looks like, Elliot, that we have a guest up here in the booth.
We do. And it's Shane Parrish in the number 66.
What's going on, guys?
What happened to you, my friend?
Yeah, tell us what happened.
A lot of damage.
Did you nick the wall a little too hard?
No, Alan got real loose in front of me. It looked like he was going to go down, and just one of those things that, I just misjudged it, and I didn't really get out of the gas that much, just enough because he was going fast. Then he started braking to try to save it, and when he did, it was too late. My left front caught his right tip rear, and then it put me in the wall, and I had both right front and left front wheel damage. And I went into, I think, turn 3, and I kind of wanted to go straight to the wall. So I could have gotten it fixed, but it was several minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to even bother not get back out here and maybe cause a wreck. But, beginning of the race wasn't that fast, but then I really started getting the feel of it and started feeling what the car was liking, what it didn't like, and was hoping to get up there and lead a little bit, see what it would do out front. But, just for some reason, Alan's car, and he doesn't know why this race did just getting him really loose when somebody gets within 4 or 5 tenths. He just, the wall's coming off, so he ain't got a wing. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it was fun racing with him and Isaac, and we were all we weren't letting anything lay on the table. Let's put it that way.
Isaac Treese made his way to pit road. He is now 1 lap down, only 2 cars left on the lead lap. Alan Duggar, your leader, with 84 laps to go, followed by Gus Otero, who is 21 seconds back from the leader. Put that in perspective. Alan Duggar is about to go into turn 3. Gus Otero is making his way through the exit
looking like
turn
he's going to
1
try
right
and
now.
pass Ben Adamson here. But Shane, I wanted to get your opinion on something. We noticed that earlier on in the race, in this pit run, Alan Duggar was he was clutching it in on these straightaways. Yeah, he's coming in now. What do you think? What do you think Alan's strategy was? Did he not get enough fuel in it? Was he just trying to make this pit stop shorter?
Save fuel. Try to make it. A lot of guys do that. They try to get that extra 10 laps, 5 laps, whatever it is you need at the end, to try not to have to pit again, just in case. And that's what he was doing quite a bit here on this pit run too. You know, he was running 53.2s instead of 52.5s, just saving fuel. So you can try to cut that one half a stop or quarter stop out, or short fuel it at the end to be able to have that time ahead of second place. And they're not going to be able to catch you, because once you get in within 5/10, what I found out when I was trying to catch him is you really got to drive the track and race the track and not the car in front of you to try to be able to catch him, because it's so bad dirty air here.
Oh, and speaking of this race, during qualifying, I qualified P3. What did you think of my lap time, and did you think I could be competitive if I actually started the race tonight?
Well, yeah, anybody can be competitive, absolutely. Everybody's making some really, really big improvements here. We're back to the trainings now on Tuesday. I do believe that's helping a little bit. Guys are progressing, and I feel real good about that. Yeah, your times were good even in practice when I was watching you and some of the officials. You definitely made major improvements this week, and congratulations on that. And look forward to you being up here every week and running with us. That's we want 8-10 people up here going for the win every week. That's what's going to be fun.
Well, unfortunately, there are no more road courses left on the season schedule so far. So I will see you next year at COTA when we go back road course racing, if Elliot lets me get out of the booth for at least a road course race next year or so. But Elliot, I know next year, since we tried it out earlier this year and my wheel didn't work out, but this works out, and I do a race and everything runs smoothly. How about you getting in the car for Indianapolis when we come back here next year?
Possibly. I mean, you'd kind of be the main guy in the broadcast booth. I'd kind of be like the, well, what happened there, Elliot? Whole bunch of stuff. They're wrecking. Yeah, just sort of like a whole Family Guy skit, if you ask me. I think that could be pretty fun. Gonna have to wait and see and just kind of play it by ear, see how it works out.
Elliot, as Alan Duggar comes off turn 4, we're officially working lap 80. We are halfway this time by.
Halfway now. Basically, it's gonna go green from this point forward. I don't see a world in where we're gonna see or not a pit stop. Where we're gonna see a caution. Honestly, I don't see it happening. I think these guys they have too much respect to cause a caution. Maybe if someone gets loose and spins out in the middle of the track and sits there for 30 seconds, we'd get a caution, but I find it really difficult to see that's going to happen.
This is the first race I think will be green flag all the way as we see Ben Adamson come down pit road. He will get a black flag. I think Ben Adamson ran out of fuel again.
That's Ben, not Ray. Ray ran out of fuel.
Ray ran out of fuel. Ben, my apologies.
Might have also just ran out of fuel, like brother. Both are in the pits now. Nick Godsey, P4, he is 44 seconds back. You don't really see that too often. Isaac Treese, P2, he is 12 seconds back, and Gus Otero maintaining it at P3, 21 seconds back. Again, these guys just have to drive to maintain their spots. I think at this point, if you're Treese, Otero, and Godsey, you're just trying to make it around for points. If you're Duggar, you're trying to maintain. That's all.
Yeah, and Duggar, unfortunately, doesn't have enough points. He's already locked into the BSR chase right now, but he probably needs to cut two to three more of these races. He can clinch his number 1 seed going into the BSR playoffs. Next week, Shane, it's going to be a fun one. We head to Auto Club Speedway, that bumpy 2-mile D-shaped oval out west. Before we go some short track racing, so we head to Iowa, then Richmond, then we head to the flat track in New Hampshire, And then we end the regular season at the high banks of Daytona International Speedway, which is always a very fun place to go.
Could be a very fun place. Yeah, unfortunately for Nicholas Godsey, he was back early in the first stage. Yeah, I think it was even within the first 15 laps where we were first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And he was second place, and him and Alan, he just got in the wrong position behind Alan, and then all of us behind, even me back in fifth, we all got tight and went straight to the wall for whatever reason right there. And Nicholas, unfortunately, got damage on the right front wheel when he got into the wall. The rest of us avoided the wall, but unfortunately, he couldn't. Him going up as fast as he did gave us the opportunity to brake a little bit more and slow down so we wouldn't get into the wall because it hit suddenly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, yeah. And he just hasn't been able to get the damage fixed yet. I mean, he might go a lap down here before the end of the race. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Yeah, he got it all fixed. It just the car, it's typical in this car, you run for so long, and it runs really good, and then you'll hit that point in the tires to where you'll just start having a ton of fall off, and the car just doesn't want to drive with the damage anymore. And sometimes it's right from the beginning, but I know Nicholas and I were talking, and a bunch of us in the group there, and it's what's happening to him after a certain lap. He starts falling, he gets real tight, and there's nothing he can do once that right front tire gets to a certain point where his damage is at, and it doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But just an awesome performance by Alan tonight. He's showing he's definitely very, very strong. Probably got the most speed out of anybody in the league right now. He's driving smart, smooth, fast, and he's always been fast. I really like to see Alan progressing the way that he is and a bunch of the guys. But, yeah, he's in his zone right now. He's got the Denny Hamlin going on right now.
Yeah, the only difference between him and Denny Hamlin is Denny Hamlin doesn't have a win here at Indianapolis, whereas Alan Duggar, barring any catastrophe, is 76 laps away from taking his first victory here at the Brickyard 400. This has been an entertaining season so far. I've had a couple of great races through this summer stretch. Last week, North Wilkesboro. We didn't really talk about you, Shane, pretty much until the last, 20 or so laps to go. Then you just kind of snookered that one away. We went to, who else won? We said Alan Duggar won a little bit last week, or a couple weeks ago at, forget where we're at, Elliot.
I do too.
Chicagoland?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then the road courses.
Yeah.
And then Godsey won at San Diego, which was a big surprise by everyone up here. But someone had to win that race.
I think I need to go back to Aruba because I came back from Aruba. I was on fire, man. Won the first two races, but then my schedule got busy and I lost talent.
I think you should need to take a vacation in general.
Yeah, really.
You're gonna
Something. Yeah, that's okay. I'd rather be busy than sitting around and it gets boring.
Yeah, I can concur with that. My schedule, I'm an on-call worker, and so I get called in basically whenever, and so some weeks I have it really busy, others it's literally just sitting around waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah, that can be boring at times. And you said Auto Club next week. There's nothing on our schedule for next week. I don't think we're racing next week. I know iRacing's not running next week.
We're following the iRacing schedule. I'm pretty sure we're doing Auto Club.
iRacing's off next week too. NASCAR's off.
Yeah, NASCAR is off. I don't know if we are.
I'll have to look at our schedule again. I looked at it earlier today, and it didn't show anything for next week. So I'll look at it and then.
NIS is off next week, but.
Oh. Well, then I guess we may have the week off as well.
I do believe we do. It's not on there.
In some circular reasoning, I get, and like this has come full circle from our argument early on. As it turns out, you may be right, Colin.
I'm always right.
You're never right. Which is why this is such a momentous occasion. You are right for once in your life.
Can you record that? Where are we at in the stream? Let my wife hear that. Say that I'm right.
I'll say it directly to her. Emily, Colin is always wrong, you're always right.
Oh, okay. Hey, by the way, speaking of some good news on the Emily and I front, we had a nice ultrasound this past week, and we're approaching the end quickly, the end of the first trimester, and I guess, Elliot, the issue as a big racing fan is the baby is supposed to be due February 21st, and as you know, what week is February 21st?
Daytona week.
Daytona.
That is, we're in baby watch as the Daytona 500 runs. So, if Emily would let me, I'm going to have the 500 on the TV.
Name him. Name the kid. If the kid's a boy, it's Dale. If it's a girl, it's Dela.
You know, Emily's here. Emily, would you happen to join? If we have a baby at the Daytona 500 and it's a boy, can we name him Dale? She said no. What about Dale for a girl? Yeah.
That's the one I'm most proud of.
She looked at me so disgusted and said no. Well, I tried.
Name. If it's a boy, name him Brad. So Brad wins his first Daytona 500.
What if we just name it like after? What about Brad? Can you say that? Can you say that into the mic, please? Please. Say what you just said to me in the mic. We apologize for the language. Emily said, Brad sounds like a frat boy, Elliot.
I just want a Daytona 500 for my driver.
Hey man, Denny Hamlin's retiring next year. Brett Keselowski could be retiring next year.
He's not retiring anytime soon. Brad has come out and said he is going to race as long as his body will let him. So, he ain't retiring next year. Brad's going to race till he's 50.
So, I'm thinking after Denny Hamlin retires, because I'm still going to love the sport of NASCAR as we're 70 laps to go. Coming to the line for Alan Duggar, Isaac Treese, and P2, 13 seconds back. Gus Otero still on the lead lap, and Nick Godsey back on the lead lap. About 30 seconds behind the leader. Who do you think I should be a fan of after Denny Hamlin retires?
Brad Keselowski. That's who I want. Who you probably should be a fan of. Whoever's gonna. Honestly, dude, 2311. This is what's so nice about us being a Denny and a Brad fan is that our favorite drivers
have a team.
Yeah. So after Brad retires, I'm just going to root for all of the RFK cars because my favorite driver owns the team. I can root for whoever I want. Basically, it's really cool, and if Brad's kids make it, I'm gonna cheer for them. I've always liked
Bubba. I've always liked Tyler Reddick. Corey Haim is a superstar in the making.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin says Brent Cruz, the young JGR phenom, will replace him in the 11 in 2028. I don't know if that is going to come to fruition, but Brent Cruz also has a lot of talent.
Brent Cruz is their best option. Hands down, Brent Cruz is their best option.
And they'll have a very young team, and it'll be weird that Chase Briscoe or Christopher Bell is the older statesman, and they're in their early 30s.
Yeah, but think about it, guys. Like, that is a team that is so talent-laden and so young. And Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs has talent.
He has enough talent to turn the car left and drive a number of laps.
Look, do you remember how, like, a lot of people don't remember this, but when Ty Gibbs entered the sport in 2021, his first race wasn't it was his first race at the Daytona Road Course, if you remember when we decided to go to the Daytona Road Course. And remember he went through the grass going into turn 1, thought he tore the splitter off the car, and then he got his first win at Daytona Road Course. The kid has talent. I mean, when he wrecked his teammate at Martinsville that one time, and then compared himself to Jesus, I get it. You know what I mean?
And then when he tried to kill multiple guys in the pit lane, tried to kill Chris Buescher's pit crew, and then he tried to kill Brad Keselowski's pit crew. Just like a lot of it's talked about that much, but the RFK fandom has a lot of beef with Ty Gibbs specifically. So I really look. I'm rooting for the kid. I hope he gets his act together. But there's a personality problem there, along with the fact that he just hasn't really shown that much outside of being in top tier equipment. He hasn't really shown enough for me to warrant saying he's going to be the next big thing, like he was like everyone said he was going to be.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be a Brad Keselowski fan. I do like Brad, but I just don't think I'm going to be gung-ho on the 6 car in 2028.
Well, it was worth a shot. Shane, who's your guy?
Got a couple. Of course, my main guy died, so that sucks. But
oh, you're a Busch fan?
Oh yeah, I've been a Busch fan since way back to when he was. I was probably only me and 3 other people were probably his fans at that time. Honestly, he didn't have very many. But I just liked the way he drove, and I loved his attitude. So he just didn't take no crap and just told you what he thought. I loved it.
Man, if this was 20.
Brexton Busch picked up his first win at dirt track racing a couple days ago.
Yep,
I was
I've been
really
following
happy
him
to see
on
that.
I really hope he does well. He's a little bit different than his dad. He doesn't have that cocky attitude yet. Doesn't mean he won't get it, but he's a good kid. He's a real good kid.
I think I think that if this was 2018, Shane, we would be at each other's throats in this manner, or at least not in this manner, but in this context, because Brad and Kyle had a big rivalry back then.
Yeah, they were enemies, and Brad with his Kyle. I'm not going to say that. But we all remember that famous song.
Kyle Busch is a donkey. We'll say that.
Yeah,
and then remember, Kyle won that race, and then he was asked in the media center, "What do you think of Brad Keselowski?" And he was like, "Oh, I saw the car, but I passed it."
Yeah, and then Brad won the championship 2 years later.
Yeah, Kyle definitely could have won a lot more championships if he would have kept his temper down a little bit. But, the best thing about that is not too many people can say they got to watch their driver sweep, all 3 races, 2 years back to back. I mean, that was just incredible when he did that in Texas. I absolutely loved that. We lived in Texas at the time and went to the track for every race, no matter what it was. So that's something to see when you get to watch your driver win Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Man, it was, growing up, I wasn't growing up. I became a NASCAR fan late in my life. Later, in 2018, I became a fan of NASCAR. One of my earliest NASCAR memories is seeing Larson and Busch go at it, and Busch getting the better of Larson, and that was the day that I really started hating Kyle. And then over the course of time, I just kind of grew to like him. He did some things I didn't like, but ultimately I appreciated him and his talent, and how good he was, and happy that he was running better, and happy that he won that race in the trucks. And I was like, I'm excited to see him. And then got the news, and I got the news in Germany too. It shocked me to my core.
Yeah, we were in Charlotte that weekend. Yeah, we were in Charlotte for the first convention for sim racing that they have overseas. I wanted to go to that, so we were there. And I told the wife, I said, man, I really would like to buy tickets just to go to the truck race Friday night. Kyle's going to be running just to watch them. And then later on Tuesday, we're like, yeah, we got too much stuff planned. We want to leave Saturday morning early, so probably shouldn't. And I didn't. And then the next day, got the news, and I'm like, oh, man. Guess I should have bought a ticket, darn it. Not that would have made any difference, but yeah, it sucked. It shocked everybody. I mean, it's a huge loss for the sport. No matter whether you liked him, didn't like him, was in the middle, didn't care. It was a big loss for the sport, just like probably the biggest shock since Earnhardt Sr. died. You know, those guys were just up there and just top of the notch. So, you know,
and other guys too.
Yep.
You know, we lost Michael Annette earlier this year. We lost Greg Biffle, which was one of the worst ones for me personally. Just like losing, because I didn't watch Biff while he was racing, obviously, but I watched him. Like I always respected him as a race car driver through highlights and stuff like that, and old races, because I used to watch a lot of old races. I used to just sort of like watch him, and then, you know, I'd see a lot of content that he would make with Cletus. I followed him on social media. Really, he was just a really good person. And to just have him suddenly taken away from us like that was like super heartbreaking.
Well, and his whole family. I mean, I couldn't imagine his parents.
Yeah.
I mean, losing everything they did and their grandchildren. But yeah, Biff was a very good driver. Had a great heart. That was back in the day when I watched racing. The Mark Martins, the Rusty Wallaces, the Dale Earnhardts, the Biffles, the guys back that just battled each other week in and week out that was racing. Whole different style then.
Back when NASCAR was more blue collar. I gotta be honest, it was more grassroots, pull yourself up by your bootstraps type of thing back then. I think that now that Kyle is gone, I think the last guy from that generation, the two last guys from that generation, is Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin. And Denny Hamlin's going to be gone this year, and after that, it's Brad. Brad really is the last of his breed. And, like, he's built it, like, think about what Keselowski's done. He's built a team that is so reminiscent of, like, the old blue collar racers, you know, like Priest was not nepotism. He was not, like, allowed in. He, like, because of his dad, he had to work for everything, worked his way through modifieds. Chris Buescher, same way, you know, he had to work his way up through the Xfinity Series back when it was called the Xfinity Series, and won a championship there, I think. Did he win a championship? No, I don't think he did.
No.
He was a good racer, though, and he signed with Roush out through there. So, I mean, Brad has built a team, including himself, that has had to fight for everything. And, like, RFK's just a throwback. Honestly, just thinking about it now, they're a complete throwback.
Boy, I've been watching, you know, Alan and Isaac, and boy, they're within a half a tenth of each other every lap. They're both running some pretty fast lap times at the stage of their stint that they're running right now. It's pretty wild to see what they're running and to watch them do what they're doing. They're not leaving much on the table right now.
Yeah, and you couldn't tell that through the camera at all. What I can say though is that, like, I think Duggar has tightened up a little bit. He went into his settings under pit the last time, and he tightened it up a lot more. That's why he's able to run a lot more efficiently in clean air. I noticed that when I was driving the looser setup yesterday, and I got into clean air, I just could not hold on to it. It was very, very loose, and I think that's the problem that Duggar was dealing with earlier in the race, especially with when you made contact with him. He got loose.
He broke loose before I made contact. The contact come quite after that. But it was really weird how the car was going through the corner fine, and it was just like he blew a right rear tire, and it just started coming right around. I don't quite know why. It was weird, but yeah, after the contact. But Duggar's running the fourth gear setup right now. He has been all week. He's the only guy that I know that has been able to do what he can do with that setup. He's been so good with the fourth gear low RPM, where none of the rest of us really can run that setup. We're all on shifting. So I got to give him credit. I tried it several times, and I'm just like, it ain't happening.
Hey, I finished top 5 in the only 3 races that I've done at Indy this week, all yesterday, using the same setup as Alan. So give me credit, too, man.
Well, I got to give you credit, too, because anybody that can drive that setup and stay consistent and do well, I just can't stay consistent. I'm 2-3 tenths a lap off almost every lap, and I fall off quick. So
I fall off quick too. I am not going to lie to you, Shane. I'm dealing with the same problems that you are. The only reason I'm able to get good finishes is because I'm in the lower splits.
Well, I mean, well, even if you're in the lower splits, you got to be able to drive to do it. I mean, you got to have talent in the area that you're in to be able to finish high up. So not just the setup. You got to have some talent to get there as well.
I appreciate it. Although one of my races was literally a bottom split, and the other one was a split that had 8 guys in it and only 4 finished. So very reminiscent of what we got going on here.
Yeah, I mean, you got some high talent up here. It's good to see that it's going green. Just wish we had a few more guys up there battling. And, guess Alan and I shouldn't have been going so hard. Within the first, 35 laps, probably should have been taking a little bit easier than what we were. But I knew if I could get the lead, that it is possible that I could be able to drive away a little bit. I wanted to try, but we were both running each other hard. It was fun. It don't matter.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, the point of this league and the point of racing online in general, it costs you next to nothing compared to, real NASCAR drivers when they have to, I got to drive careful because I got to bring the car home. You ain't got to bring this car home, man. Leave it all out there. Race as hard as you want. It was entertaining to see you and Alan running as hard as you were early on. I love that kind of racing. Yeah, it didn't turn out great, but it was still really cool to see you guys go out and do that. And, I mean, don't sell yourself short. Obviously you want to win, but the entertainment value from you guys laying it all out on the line every single week, it's pretty much unmatched. We've had, a lot of exciting races this year. I got to say, North Wilkesboro, even though you don't feel like you deserve that win, I feel personally like you do. I absolutely loved it. I loved that race. I think it was really cool to see you.
That's what they say.
Go out there.
Yeah. A win is a win, and look at how many NASCAR wins actually end up winning somebody that wasn't the most dominant car because of a caution or something like that at the end of the race that comes out and somebody else pulls off the win or 2 tires or whatever. So it's not always about being the best car. There is a lot of luck involved in this sport as well. In the same way online, we get out there and we were driving each other really, really hard. I know we were both probably running 102, 103, maybe 105% there because he's real loose coming off, and then I'm tight, then I'm loose, and chasing the car everywhere. It was fun, I'm not gonna lie, and we like doing it. And we race each other clean and respectful, and all of us do here. And fortunately, we all just get in a wreck once in a while.
Yeah,
it was really tough to see that you had such pace, and I was actually rooting for you. I thought you had a better long run car than Alan did. You were catching him towards the end of that run, and then the unfortunate things that happen in racing, you just got caught up in something, either of your own mistake. I can't remember. This race has been going on for so long, 52
laps. It was just a racing incident. Alan got loose, and like I said, if I would have got out of the gas and braked a little bit, I probably would have avoided him. But the way the car was looking, it was going to just go down fast. But then when he tried to brake gas and save it, I didn't expect that thing to stop on a dime like it was, and I had nowhere to go. But it was fun. I didn't care. I like racing hard. That's who I am, but I like to do it clean. But if I get there, I'm going to race you. I guarantee you I'm going to race you.
If I can ever get to your splits, I'll take you up on that offer.
Oh, absolutely. You'll get there. Well, when you need the help, just reach out. I'm more than happy to help.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start going to that coaching session on Tuesdays. On the Tuesdays that I don't get called in, rather, I'm gonna start doing that, man. That's honestly, hats off to you for doing that. That's really, really cool, and it's super awesome that you're willing to help the guys on the team get better and really just get the BSR name out there, man. We'll say another.
Feels good when you're getting better. You want to do better. You want to go harder. And if I make somebody give them advice one week that they're faster than I am that week, well, they took the advice and they ran with it. But they were good enough to take that advice and move forward and make a few adjustments and be faster. And they deserve that. So it doesn't matter. I'm not the type of person that says, "Oh, I can't give out advice," and I want to win every race because I don't want to win a race. I want competition up front. Well, we've got 5-8 guys battling for that lead. That's what racing is about, not just getting out here and cruising like this, because I guarantee you, Alan, Isaac, Nicholas, all these guys who are running right now are bored to death.
Indy's my favorite track. I'd be bored to death as well. I mean, that's why we're trying to make it. We're trying to yeah. I mean, we don't usually talk about other things on this on this stream, but I mean, we kind of have to today in order to fill the dead air and maybe just kind of talk about something. That's why I'm glad we have you up here, Shane. I think thank you for coming up here, and I gotta 100% thank you for coming up here, and it's like really awesome to talk to you as well.
Oh, thanks. I'm not real good at broadcasting. I don't have that talent like you guys do, but I like to fill in where I can and what I can do. And I was just watching Alan and Isaac there, and they both run 52.5s. I mean, they're within just fractions of each other in lap time. It'd be really, really cool, interesting if they were together. I think if a caution does come out, guys, we're going to see a pretty good show between these two guys the way they're running right now.
Okay, and if the caution doesn't even come out, we're 49 laps to go. We're quickly approaching the last stop, scheduled stop of the day so far. And if this comes to fruition, we're on lap 34. Usually Alan pits lap 37. By that numbers, that would be 45 laps to go, and that's about 3 laps longer than you can actually go on a tank of fuel. So did Alan Duggar save enough early in the run to get that number back?
That's why he was doing what he was doing early, because he wanted to make that up, knowing that he wouldn't have to make that last stop. Whether he has now or not, and he's just driving harder to get the race over. It's really hard to determine what Alan's doing right now. They're running the same pace, but I have seen him backing off some here and there. So I really think he's got that fuel calculator up and he's looking at it. And when he's doesn't think he's going to make it, he backs up a little bit, starts getting them 53.2s again, 53.1. So I think he's watching it pretty close.
48 laps to go for Alan Duggar. Last pit stops coming up. Only 3 cars on the lead lap going. Alan Duggar, Isaac Treese, Gus Otero, Nick Godsey. First car 1 lap down. Then Bray Adamson and Ben Adamson are multiple laps down at this point. Shane Parrish is unfortunately the first car. DNF, he will be credited with a 7th place finish, unfortunately for Shane. Miles Stacy will finish 8th. Wesley Crump will finish 9th. Dustin Franklin will finish 10th. And rounding out the cars who took time today, took laps around fast early on, actually had the fastest lap time up until Isaac Treese took that away, is the 48 of Michael Davis. As we're 47 laps to go here for the Brickyard 400. Elliott Lane Riggs won the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, Craftsman Truck Series race.
Camping World Truck Series. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard Camping World Truck Series since before 2020.
Well, Lane Riggs won the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Ty Majeski gets a top 3.
Well, there we go. Ty Majeski. Let's go.
Connor Mozak, CP2. Chandler Smith, P4. Nick Sanchez rounds out P5. And Caden Honeycutt, your ARCA Series winner, will finish P7.
Isaac Treese in the pits now, looking like he's going to make his last stop of the day, trying to undercut Alan Duggar here. I think Duggar comes in next lap, though. He's going to just maintain that lead unless something happens. I mean, at this point, if you're Isaac Treese, you got to hope something happens to Alan, if you want to win at least and get that Buc-ee's from Tabitha.
You don't really.
That's because we all know that's the real prize.
What interests me this whole race, Shane, is we usually come to Indianapolis and you make green flag stops and not necessarily go a lap down. Now, honestly, Isaac Treese 10 seconds back from Alan Duggar, which puts him in a very tough spot. But we've seen guys 4 or 5 seconds behind the leader go a lap down here tonight. Something very interesting that I don't really remember happening here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Well, it comes down to right now, the way these cars are and the way things are rolling. Green pit stops here have meant more now than ever, and I do believe, did they not move the line back towards the track last year, the year before, for the Cup Series?
I have no
Did that
idea.
line move? I thought the line moved a little bit back towards the track, where you didn't have as much room to stop. But I think that if they didn't, it's you have to make. And Alan, we were talking about earlier. You have to. Alan's pitting right now, guys. Actually, he's coming in. To stop.
Coming in right now.
Try to do as much as he can. He got his lap back. He's crossing the line now. So he's going to turn one. Gus Otero will certainly take the lead, but that's going to be for a short time as Alan Duggar will cycle back to the front. Isaac Treese now entering middle two, exiting two right now as he heads down the backstretch.
Alan had a really good entry in the pit stop there in his braking. He maximized out.
Now.
Yeah, 98%. Did really good.
So it looks like Isaac Treese will be coming out of turn for Alan Duggar's staying on fuel. Isaac Treese is out of 4 right now. Alan Duggar's being very careful. Short shift. You can carry a lot more speed on this pit exit than you think you can. It's still sketchy because that grass is right there. In IndyCar, we can't go out to pretty much the racing surface, whereas you can in a NASCAR Cup Series car. But the gap now between Isaac Treese and Alan Duggar, 6.5 seconds and 6.4, with 44 laps to go.
Yeah, Treese is gaining quite a bit here. Let's see if it'll level off once the tires warm up on Duggar's car, but lead's now cut to within 6.5 seconds. Can Isaac Treese make that shrink for any more?
I don't know. Isaac, before this pit stop there, the last couple pit stops, they were running about 7.5. He's running about 7.58 seconds. So he's made up, 1.5, 2.0 seconds in the past 50, 60 laps. So not a lot, and definitely not enough if he's going to have to pick it up if he wants to get up there and challenge for the lead.
Now, both of these guys are going to be stretched thin on fuel. Like we said at the top of the race, you can go about 38 to 42 laps on a tank of fuel. We're burning about a half a gallon a lap here until the end. With 43 laps to go, it's going to be close on fuel, but Isaac Treese has cleared the lap down car, Ray Adamson. There's nothing but air and opportunity separating the top two. The gap, 6 seconds, coming to 42 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, Treese has been gaining time on Duggar right now. I mean, we have over 40 laps. Treese, it's possible. It's possible. This could be heating up here. And God knows I would be so happy with that. Looks like Gus Otero has decided to park it. Yeah, that damage was just a little too much trying to get it fixed. And he'll lose a spot to Ray Adamson. Oh, man. That sucks. Gus Otero had a top 3 run going.
Yeah.
Last time by for Alan Duggar, 52.3. Isaac Treese, 52.0. Gap is now 5.6 seconds.
Yeah, 5.6 seconds till the end of the race here. Or what am I saying? 5.6 seconds. He's cutting into that lead a lot. Let's go back on the in-car.
I think what we're seeing is Alan doing that, saving that fuel to try to make what he's saved now to try not have to stop again. Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with that many laps.
Yeah, it looks like both guys are going to have to come down for pit. I think there's going to be one more stop. I think both of these drivers, I think especially that we're burning more fuel. Obviously, you're pretty much running single car. Can't really save fuel. There's no draft to give you a tow down these long front and back straightaways, so you're burning probably a lot more fuel than you think you are. Gap is now 5 seconds between the top two. Isaac Treese 4/10 faster last time by. See what he is this time by.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, guys. I don't see Alan clutching it in at all.
52.49 for Alan Duggar, 52.0 for Isaac Treese, half a second faster.
Yeah, Allen's saving for sure. Once he gets within a second, 1.5, then or 2 seconds, he's going to pick it up. But he's trying to save whatever he can save right now. And honestly, if he does save what he can save right now, he'll have less to put in to come back off pit road, which that advantage that Isaac's gaining right now will go right back away.
Fair enough.
Not really making up a lot of time here on this lap. Gap is now 4.9 seconds. You know, according to the lap times here, Isaac Treese has the faster car. Ran the fastest lap time of the night, day 51.61. Alan Duggar hasn't really been put in the position to put pedal to the metal as Alan Duggar just runs his fastest lap of the day, 52.28.
Looks like Alan saved enough.
He's letting Isaac know that I'm here, I'm running. You're going to have to catch. It's going to be very hard to catch me. That's what he's saying right now by the actions of his car.
You know, it's interesting. You get into this and you realize that like you can say pretty much like you could say a lot with the way that your car drives. It's like a whole nother language almost. It's kind of interesting. Tree's hitting the wall a little bit there.
Yeah,
he's driving as hard as he can.
Which, unfortunately, when you're driving that hard as well, and you're scrubbing and pushing, and you're digging that car into the pavement with your tires, and you're running fast lap times, but when you're scrubbing that much off, you're just using that much more fuel out of the vehicle by doing so. So, you know, he's definitely taking a little bit off. That little bit can make a big difference when it comes down to just having, 3 or 4 laps to get fuel for.
Yeah.
Gap is now actually growing to 5.7 seconds.
I think Treese he may have given up here. He may realize he has to save fuel.
Hey, either that or he ran it so hard there for those 5, 6, 7 laps, which you can do and run really fast times, but you get the tires really hot and it just wants to 4-wheel slide, and you had no choice but to race the track and back the car up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about Indy. You kind of got to race the track a little bit. It's sneaky. It looks like it's going to be smooth the whole way around. It just isn't.
Yeah, and it took me the first 10, 15 laps there to catch on with the track, the conditions, and the heat we were at when I was running there. And then I started figuring out how to get the car to come off where, 2 coming off of 2 and 4, I was really, really fast. So I figured out how to get the pedal down almost full throttle halfway through the corners to come off. And that's where I was gaining what little bit of time I could and not getting the car too loose. Yeah, Isaac slowed down to the 53.1s on that last lap. See what he runs here. 52.4, so I don't know if he just got a little loose or tight. Had to get out of the gas that lap, but he's got it back down now where he needs to be.
Yeah, still a tenth faster. If you're Isaac Treese, you don't see him. At this point, you need to cut 3 tenths, 4, 5 tenths a lap with 36, 35 laps to go this time by, and able to cut down that deficit. But if the gap, if Treese is just running, we'll see here, but if Treese is running a tenth faster this time by, he needs to step it up quite considerably for the end of this run. But I mean, it's still interesting that we're still dealing with a fuel-saving strategy here.
You're dealing with that, but I don't think these guys I don't think they're worried about fuel now because honestly, I don't think either one of them can make it, and they both know it. Or they would not be running these 52.4s they're running right now. They would be running 53s if they were running, 53.1s, 2s to try to save enough to make it. And neither one of them can do that and have a chance for the win. So they just got to go for it. And Isaac's just got to pray that, we have the caution gods come out, or Alan has a little bit of trouble on pit road or something where he can make up these 5 tenths or this 5 seconds.
Speaking of trouble, Nick Godsey made his stop right now, but he unfortunately has a black flag that will probably put him multiple laps down
Just insult to injury, it seems there. Quite unfortunate. Gus Otero back out on track now, 2 laps down in 5th place. He is quite a bit behind Ray Adamson right now, about a 28-second gap between those two. Nick Godsey in 3rd place. You know, he could still pull out a top 3 here, as long as the black flag doesn't keep him too long. Ray Adamson now in 3rd.
Yeah, Isaac Treese 52.2 last time by. Alan Duggar 52.4. Gap still 5.6 seconds. This is the part about racing. Is like you see the guy you got to catch. He's right there. You see him, and you just don't have enough car to catch him. It is a very frustrating feeling behind the wheel of the number 1 Toyota of Isaac Treese. As we come to 33 laps to go in the Brickyard 400.
So the race chatter was just going on between Alan and Gus, and he'd asked him if he had problems on pit road or what happened, and Gus said no, got toe damage. So somewhere Gus probably got tight coming up one of the corners, probably most likely too, and cracked that wall and bent the rim or bent the suspension a little bit, and now he's got toe damage, and that's why he's going 2 laps down.
If I was him, I think I would have stayed out on that damage, honestly. Just saved fuel and tried to wheel it around. I think that him pitting, well, probably may have been the best decision for the feel of the car. I don't know 100% if it was the best decision for him to do that and lose 2 laps doing it.
No, because he might have been able to hold on to 3rd with the other guys being a lap down from him as it was, or just get enough damage fixed and watch your time enough that you know that it's going to give you a little bit better steering. You can come back out and still hold pace. So, not sure what the theory was there, but sure would be nice to know.
No, yeah, I mean, he knows his car better than we do. So we could definitely be wrong here.
Yeah.
Based on the information that we know, I think I still would have stayed out. Adamson right now, P3. He may still have to pit. He may still have to go one more time. Tree slowly cracking back into that lead. He's about 5.2 seconds back. I just don't think that he's going to have enough to catch Duggar, though. It's a little loose coming off the turn there.
Yeah, no, and looking at it, Isaac did pit 2 laps earlier than Isaac, which would have gave him that little bit of ump to make up maybe that 2 seconds why he came out with fresher tires than what Alan was running. So that's also going to have a big effect and play on pitting and times here as the laps go on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
last time
4.9 seconds.
4/10 faster for Isaac Treese last time by. And now the pace is picking up. Whatever happens. Now, what we've seen all day out of Alan Duggar is he gets very loose around lap 13 of this run. We just reached lap 13, and that loose condition for Alan Duggar gets worse as the run goes on. Now, when the temperature is cranked up a little bit, and the knob is turned to 11, how does this pressure affect Alan Duggar? We know he's really unflappable under pressure, but this has been a long green flag race. Pretty much a 130 green flag lap run. There's probably some fatigue behind the wheel of that number 12 Toyota Camry.
I can imagine so.
Winds picked up a little bit too, so I've seen that. So it's a little bit more wind that can have a little effect on you as well, especially if you're loose coming out of some of these corners. So you might have a handful right now.
Yeah, it could definitely be playing a factor in why Isaac Treese has been a lot faster these last few laps. Or Duggar's letting him get close, maybe saving a little more, making sure that he has enough for a green-white checkered. We don't know.
We don't know, but I think Alan knows what he's doing. He's ran several races here this week, done some NISs. He's got the fuel down. He knows what he needs to do to be able to come in and pit, even if a caution does come out, and be able to have what he needs and make the adjustments and make it to the end and bring this home in the checkered flag, win this race.
Yeah,
Who you got your money on, Elliot?
Who I got my money on right now?
If the caution would come out, who would you put your money on?
Alan.
Isaac.
Really?
Yes.
I think Alan would probably move to tighten his car up a little bit more. I think that he would really, he'd have initiative, he'd have the start, he'd have the clean air. I think that's just a little too difficult for Isaac to overcome.
Yeah, when you're in the lead, especially with all this dirty air, it's real difficult to pass. So it would be really hard. The only thing that he could try to do is maybe what happened between Alan and I is he gets just within that 1 or 2 tenths and stays on that left rear enough to where it gets him loose like it did me and try to make him come around a little bit. That might be the only thing where Alan just got really loose off too there. But yeah, that could be what he could do.
Yeah, there's still some speed in that number 12 car of Alan Duggar. He just ran his fastest lap of the day, 52.141. 2 tenths faster than Isaac Treese, as the gap is now at 4.7 seconds. Loose is fast.
Yeah. Loose can also be slow.
Yeah, it sure can. And you guys know you get up there and you got this much of a lead and you start getting just comfortable in the seat and you think you're doing fine and you're thinking about things, you're not even in the race, and you look up and you go, ooh, I just lost a half a second where I got to pick this thing up. It's really easy to do.
Yeah, and I mean, the lead's starting to gain now for Alan Duggar. He's now 4.8 seconds ahead of Isaac Treese. Just letting him in slowly and then dragging that lead out. I just don't see, if this continues to go green, I just don't see a world where Treese catches him unless Duggar makes a mistake somewhere, which, again, I don't think is going to happen. He's just so dominant.
Now, I'm on board with Alan Duggar right now, and I see him getting in 3, and for some reason, I'm seeing him get really low in turn 3, hitting that little concrete patch that separates the grass from the actual surface of the racing surface, and that's very bumpy. That is something that can absolutely disrupt the car and actually spin you out if you're not too careful. And he's been hitting that for the past couple of laps.
Now, I'm not sure if he's doing that because he has a tight condition in that corner and the wind's blowing out of that corner and he's trying to accommodate that by mild throttle or not in the throttle at all when he hits that just to help him turn. They will help you turn a lot, but they can also, like you said, get jolty and move you up the track, spin you, all kinds of things can happen. So, he stayed off of it that time, real close, but we'll keep an eye on him and see what he's doing.
4.7 seconds, that gap. Isaac Treese slowly closing in.
I'll let you guys finish it up. Thank you for letting me come up, and I'll go back down here and do my thing and talk to my guys.
Sounds good, Shane. Thank you for coming up here.
Appreciate all your time. Great time.
Yeah, awesome.
No hard feelings. I'd rather been in the car, but it was a good time for the second best time.
Oh, yeah, we certainly know that you'd rather be in the car, man. No problem here.
All right, guys, enjoy the end of the race here.
Will do. See you, man.
See you.
25 laps to go here at the Brickyard 400. Isaac Treese and Alan Duggar. The only 2 cars on the lead lap, and 4.7 seconds separate them. Alan Duggar has pretty much led almost every single lap, barring pit stops. So coming to 24 laps to go. $100 on the line and a win in the Brickyard 400. Alan Duggar, 5 seconds. Elliott, this is shaping up to be a very stressful end to this race that has gone pretty much caution-free up until this point. Actually caution-free. Pretty much green flag the entire time. Are we shaping up to see another classic BSR close finish? Or is Alan Duggar just going to run away from it, 24 to go?
I don't know about run away with it, but I certainly don't see Alan Duggar losing this race, right? I just don't see it happening. He just has so much time out front. And then even if Treese gets to him, he has the clean air advantage over Isaac Treese. I mean, at this point, it's Isaac just basically trying to catch Duggar and then forcing Duggar into a very unlikely mistake.
Yeah, and if this race continues the way it's going to go, Alan Duggar gets into the wall just a little bit. I don't think that's going to cause enough damage or anything.
No, I think he's still driving fine.
That's certainly going to close the gap, 4.4.
Yeah, gap is closing a little bit. That washed off a little bit of speed. He's going to have to wait an extra lap now in order to gain that speed back. Question is he damaged? I don't believe that he is.
And the question is now, look, if you look in front of Alan Duggar, about 2 seconds in front of him, Gus Otero. He is a couple laps down. He probably won't be an issue, but that will cause a dirty air situation for Alan Duggar, and that could close the gap for Isaac Treese.
Certainly could.
Yeah, 2 seconds is when you start to feel that dirty air in the trailing car. Actually, no, about maybe a second and a half, a second to a second as you start feeling that dirty air. Indy car is about 2 to 2.5 seconds when you start feeling dirty air. That's just the difference between the two cars that call Indianapolis Motor Speedway home. But I'm on board with Alan Duggar. It feels like the dirty air is starting to affect him. It seems getting a little tight. Gap is now 4.2 seconds. 4/10 faster than Treese. 4/10 slower than Treese last time by.
We could be seeing the start of something interesting here, honestly.
Out damn top.
I could not agree more.
You know, if this was a real life race, I would probably have fell asleep by now, and then Dale Jr. would have yelled at something, and you know,
Slide Joe!
Slide Joe!
Oh yeah, something like that.
Gap is
Treese
now
is gonna
4
have.
seconds.
Yeah, he's closing in now, really tight. Is Otero just gonna let Alan Duggar go? 4 seconds separate first and second place. The gap is shrinking. Still at 4 seconds, now 3.9 seconds. Allen's losing a lot of time on the straightaways. 3.8 seconds separate first and second. 20 laps to go. This could get interesting here.
According to my calculations, now the gap is 4/10 of a second. Isaac Treese will catch Alan Duggar with 1 to go. If this stays the same. 1 to go. Now, catching him is one thing.
Passing him is another. Absolute. This is, oh boy. Which means Treese is going to have to make up a little more time here, and he lost a bit there on that turn.
Yeah, but Alan Duggar is in the wake of Gus Otero. Now a second. He's fully within that wake of that number 76 of Otero. He's feeling the dirty air now. And Isaac Treese 52.3 last time by. Alan Duggar 52.3 this time by. Still a 10th faster for Treese.
Still going to make more time up. Duggar getting a little wide there. He's getting a little tight in that wake.
Thing is, we're 25 laps through the stint. There's 18 to go. Really haven't passed the 40 lap mark on fuel.
.4 seconds now.
Thing is, once Duggar clears Gus Otero, there's really essentially no one for pretty much half a racetrack in front of him. Then the issue comes to Isaac Treese dealing with the dirty wake of Gus Otero.
That's true, so if Isaac's going to catch Allen, it's got to be soon here. Isaac's got the better long-run speed. That draft, though, is really helping out, Allen out on the straightaways. Just in the turns where he starts to wash.
And Gus Otero takes a little bit of a higher line entry. Got Alan Duggar now going to pit road.
Duggar going to pit road.
Going to pit road.
Nope, Treese is not going to pit road.
Oh, sorry,
Treese is
my
in
apologies.
front. Isaac Treese is out front right now. He's gonna try. Is he gonna pit though?
I mean, you're only going to be taking a splash of fuel.
That's what I'd be doing. I'd be. Oh, Treese in the wall. I thought that was gonna be worse than it was.
And if you think about it, it all depends on how fast you get on the pit road and how fast you get off the pit road. Alan Duggar's looks like he's taking 2 tires. Actually, it looks like he's taking 4 tires.
Yeah,
He
I
is
was gonna
down
say.
the way.
Oh boy, Isaac Treese has to take he has to take no tires here. He could actually get away with 2. He's not gonna pit this time. Is he gonna clutch and try and make the next 17 laps?
Let's go on board with young Isaac Treese.
Let's see.
Get the ball
He's
again.
knocking the wall down. Trying to get that car on the bottom. Oh, it's pushing hard. He is running real tight. It does
thing
not
is,
look like
Alan-
Isaac Treese is saving any fuel.
The thing is, Isaac Treese has a lot of racetrack to play. 16 to go, and he's putting Alan Duggar in a position where he has to run hard. I mean, it might. If I was him, I would have pitted one more lap when Alan pitted. I would have taken 2 tires and just set sail.
Maybe Isaac can make it though.
If he makes it, I'll give him $100. There's no way.
I think he's actually just hoping for a caution.
Yeah, we've been hoping for a caution for the past 146 laps, and it hasn't come.
This may be the only shot Treese thinks that he has.
Laps to go for young Isaac Treese, looking for his 2nd win of the 2026 BSR Cup Series season. He won where did he
At
go?
Sonoma.
Yeah, at Sonoma. He absolutely just totally blew the doors off everyone at Sonoma.
Yeah, let's go take a look at Alan Duggar, see how he's doing everything. Led most of the race, had the dominant car. Now looks to be a bit on the back foot if Isaac Treese can make it on fuel.
Yeah, and to put this in perspective, Isaac Treese just came out of turn 1. He's halfway down the back stretch now. Alan Duggar is coming out of turn 4. That's how much gap is between these 2 drivers. And we have a caution!
Caution is out! What happened? Nicholas Godsey.
This changes everything.
Oh, it changes a lot. Him and Ray Adamson get into it. Ben Adamson sliding right underneath. That is going to bring out the only caution of the day. And all of a sudden, we got a 2-horse race to the finish.
Yeah, Ray Adamson goes a little high, hits the wall.
You know what that does as well? That puts Gus Otero in P3. Gus Otero is now in a podium position. He gained what he lost.
And if you're Isaac Treese, you sort of just fell into that caution. Well, we waited all pretty much race for something to get exciting, and now it is.
Yeah, I think they're all trying to catch the pace car right now.
This is what happened at the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series when that caution came out and led to some confusion.
Yeah, this certainly gives Isaac Treese initiative Duggar's going into pit. Treese, Adamson, Godzi. Otero staying out to take the lucky dog. Oh, man. Actually on the edge of my seat right now. The race rated all day just for this. We're going to have a nice little 10-lap-ish shootout. Otero now 1 lap down. He's going to have third place basically secured. Four tires for Alan Duggar.
Looks like Isaac Treese is going to fix some damage, and he has time to do it. Worst place he's going to come out is P2.
Mm-hmm. If I was him, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd also loosen my car up a bit.
The thing is, how much damage does Isaac Treese actually have?
Enough that he's staying in the pits for a little bit. If I had commercials to run, I'd run them right now.
Well, speaking of our sponsors, we have 10
Good point.
Solutions to
We do have
Chris Webb
yeah.
of Greenville, South Carolina.
I believe it's Greenville, South Carolina. Go check out 10 Solutions, run by our sponsor Roger Shelton, who unfortunately did not make it today. But if you ever need a window tint for your vehicle, go see 10 Solutions in Greenville, South Carolina. He'll get you done up right. Our other sponsor is Chris Webb for this race, and he is not here either, but he's very instrumental in getting this league off the ground, so huge thanks to him. Treese is still in the pits. Where is Alan? Alan Duggar is right there. Treese had a lot of damage. Wow. I'm shocked.
Looks like Isaac Treese got all his damage fixed.
Or as much as he could.
When we come back to the line, it will be a 10-lap shootout here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Brickyard 400, always one of the crown jewels of the NASCAR Cup Series calendar. This year, Elliott, it'll be the 30th year of the Brickyard 400. 1996 was the first ever Brickyard 400, and do you know who won the first ever Brickyard 400?
Jeff Gordon?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, but I'll go with him.
Dale Jarrett.
Wow. Dale Jarrett. Do you know Denny Hamlin's best finish at the Brickyard 400?
I'm going to say P3.
And what year was that?
Wasn't last year.
No, it was not last year. He's looking it up on his phone, everyone.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to think. Because how many times have we... Because last year was the first oval race.
No, second.
I'm going to say third. Best finish is third.
His best finish was third, but what year?
2018?
Yeah. You're correct.
Hey.
And do you know who beat him? Who won that race?
Brad Keselowski, I'm
Yes,
assuming?
sir, he did. All right, coming to the green here. 10 to go. Coming to the green. Duggar's going to take it. Isaac Treese on his outside. He's going to have no problem getting into second place here. Or is he? Ben Adamson right behind him. Diving down into turn one. Isaac Treese looking at the bottom. And the only two guys on the lead lap are going to fight it out here. Who knows, we may have another caution here. Cautions breed cautions, and this could be a 3-horse race with Gus Otero as well. Everyone got their damage fixed. Treese now hard on the back bumper of Alan Duggar. Coming into turn 3.
There's enough time. I mean, this is really the first time since the beginning of this race where Alan Duggar's been under any sort of pressure all day long. Isaac Treese
Aside from Shane Parrish.
Yeah, pretty much. Isaac Treese has had the claw stretch his way up to the track as Isaac Treese goes to the outside of Duggar. 9 to go.
9 to go here. Treese on the back bumper. He's making this a fight. He may yet get his stuff from Bucky's. Tabitha, break out your wallet. Treese and Duggar both into the wall. Treese lost a little bit of time there. He's gaining it back.
Alan Duggar trying to snake his way down the back straightaway, trying to break the draft all he can.
I love seeing that. Duggar, still out front. Coming out of 3. Now into 4. Treese still not making up that gap. He's got to stay within that draft. I think we should see Treese try and make a move on the outside. It's worked for me for multiple passes. You get a good run out there, why not try it?
Isaac Treese is able to get lower than Alan Duggar going through 1. Able to get lower than Duggar going through turn 2. He's going to have a great run down the back stretch.
Oh, he hit the wall. He's
time,
fine.
7 to go.
He's still alive. Snaking down. Half a second separates them. Does Isaac Treese have damage?
And Alan Duggar, last time by, ran his fastest lap of the race, 51.552. That is the fastest lap of this race in general. We're coming to 7 laps to go.
7 to go. Isaac Treese working his way back now. 4/10. We're in the 3s now.
A lot of time for young Isaac Treese.
He's going to have to set him up here in the next couple laps. He's going to try and make one more go at it.
Not able to get the turn.
Turn 2. Turn 2's been his Achilles heel. He's just getting really tightened too. That's what I've noticed. He cannot hold the bottom there. Duggar has that turn dialed perfectly to where Treese is washing up the track. Alan Duggar playing dirty air games with Isaac Treese.
Yeah, you have to think that maybe there might be some damage left on that one car, but the heart of young Isaac Treese is still in it. Coming to 6 laps to go in the Brickyard 400.
3.35 seconds separating Treese and Duggar, and it's shrinking fast. Duggar trying to cover that bottom. Treese able to get a little bit lower there. He's going to exit. Ooh, nicks the wall, but he's still got a lot of speed. He gets lower than Duggar. He's going to hang on. He's going to have a better turn 2. And the gap is now within 0.3 of a second. Duggar continuing to snake. Trying to break the draft. No good. Looks like we got the people in the chat excited about this one. Tabitha for Isaac. Dana and Kristen, if she's still watching, for Alan Duggar. 0.2. Gap still shrinking. Humming down on the straightaway. Treese is right there with 5 laps remaining. Under 0.2 now. Is Treese close enough to play dirty air games? I think he is.
Looks like Treese
He's
is
going to
able get
exit
through
better.
1 and 3, so much better than Alan Duggar. Alan Duggar gets to launch on 2 and 4. He got through 2 really good this time. He's going to have a run down the back straightaway. Isaac Treese trying to take it to Alan Duggar with 5 to go.
He's right there. Duggar doing a bit of an irregular move. Trying to do his best to break that draft. Isaac Treese is right there. He's going to go up high. He's not letting go. He is a pit bull with a bone right now. He is not letting go of Alan Duggar.
He's there.
He is right there. Here we are. Penultimate lap.
4 to go.
No, not the penultimate. Gee, what am I saying? Christian says Duggar's got this. Treese into the wall hard! I think Treese is in trouble. Yeah, that looks like it's all she wrote for Isaac Treese. Unfortunate. There's still time to make it up, yeah. I don't know if he will, though.
Gap is now 1.1 second. There must be some serious damage on that number 1 car of Isaac Treese. Coming to 3 to go in the Brickyard 400. Alan Duggar looks to be setting sail. Yeah, there's some serious damage on the right front of that number 1 machine of Isaac Treese as Nick Godsey gets around him. Gap is now approaching 2 seconds. Coming to 2 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. Alan Duggar has led over 140 laps tonight. Probably the most dominating performance of the BSR Cup Series season. And it comes at a crown jewel track, the Brickyard 400, coming to 2 laps to go here in Indy.
He's doing all he can.
Oh, it's the penultimate lap, Elliot.
Now it is. Penultimate lap, 2 to go. 2.2 seconds separating Isaac Treese from Alan Duggar. Had a great battle there for just a few laps, but unfortunately, Treese hit the wall a little too hard, and that caused him to fall back a bunch. He has got massive damage on that 1 car. He's just not going to be able to make up the time. Treese barely able to get off the wall. He is struggling to wheel that car around. It is not looking good for him.
Yeah, what an exciting almost finish to this race. Isaac Treese just gets dirty air. Coming out of turn 1, gets into the wall, and that sort of ends his day as Alan Duggar takes the white flag here at Indy.
He's got the money on the line, and it doesn't look like he's letting up anytime soon. Duggar's just got to really cruise it around. Great finish, gotta say, for Gus Otero in P3. Isaac Treese so close, but no cigar. But it looks like the driver of the number 12 is going to win this race.
Yeah, already putting a stamp on the regular season. His points lead will be extended as he goes through turn 3, looking for the checkered flag for his 6th win of the season. Alan Duggar on his way for a Brickyard 400 victory.
Crown jewel win, long, arduous laps, 1 caution, and Alan Duggar is a Brickyard 400 champion. Kiss the bricks, my friend. Isaac Treese, P2, Gus Otero, P3, Nick Godsey, P4, Ray Adamson, P5, Ben Adamson, P6, and Shane Parrish, P7.
Miles Stacy rounding out P8. Wesley Crump will finish in P9. Dustin Franklin will finish P10. And Michael Davis will finish P11. That is the end of the Brickyard 400. 1 caution for 2 laps.
Look at these 3.
Yeah. Alan Duggar getting all the celebrations.
They're all happy for each other. These boys raced their heart out. Alan and Isaac especially. You know, even though he didn't come away with the win. I mean, and we've said a lot about Isaac getting too aggressive at the end. If there's any track to give credence to the statement of I literally don't know what else he could have done, it's this one. He had nowhere else to go. He had a run. He had to take advantage of it. He had no choice but to basically run that car into the wall and hope for the best. So, hats off to Isaac Treese. Alan Duggar will win the money race here at the Brickyard 400 and get his awesome cash prize and a crown jewel victory. Look at him doing the burnout.
Part about this is Gus Otero, according to the math, has qualified for the BSR chase. Isaac Treese has qualified. Shane Parrish, Roger Selner, Roland Collect, Johnny Mahalchik, Ed Ryan, Hugh Brown, Shane Paul, Ben Adamson have all qualified for the postseason. And then Ray Adamson jumps Joe Francis to enter the top 16 in points for the BSR Cup Series Championship.
And I think now is a great time to bring up the third place finisher, Gus Otero. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on up. Gus, great to see you up here. It's Elliot and Colin in the booth. Your second podium of the year, P3, man. How does it feel?
Very lucky. I feel very lucky. Especially after, I don't know, I think I went 2-3 laps down.
You went 2.
2 total? Okay.
You almost went 3.
Yeah, it was, I got very lucky. I had some toe damage, like the first 15 laps, and tried to make it work, but then eventually I said, I got to stop and fix it. So, I'm surprised I'm even P3.
What was the damage really that bad? Because, I mean, me, Shane, and Colin were talking in the booth, like, we questioned the decision a little bit because we felt as if, like, there's such a gap between you and P4 that you could have just kind of maintained. Was the damage bad enough to where you felt you needed to get the damage fixed, otherwise you were going to get a meatball?
I was not going to, I don't think I was going to get a meatball. Oh, maybe, but, I mean, I had, like, it was almost 2 minutes of damage. So I was like, if I go, there seems to be no caution, so I was like, I gotta fix it, because I was slowing down more and more as the race went on, so I just decided to stay there and fix it.
Understood. Overall, man, we're happy to we're happy to say that you have qualified for the playoffs. You're currently, I believe, 3rd place in the standings. Am I right about that, Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're 3rd place in the standings, dude. You're doing a great job out there. You're staying consistent every single week, man. What's your strategy going into the playoffs now that you've qualified?
Finish. Especially finish. Any position but finish. I think that's the biggest obstacle racing, you know, is trying to finish. Then the last couple laps, hopefully, you know, your position is someone in the top 5, top 10 or so. So I'm excited that I made the playoffs. I did not even know. So that's pretty cool. Excited. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. Again, I think you got a pretty good shot to. I think you could actually take the fight to Duggar on any given week, man. I really do think you have that potential.
Yeah, you can Matt Kenseth your way to a championship.
Just run consistent, dude.
Yeah, no, I tried, and you know, like anything, you got some races here and there that don't go as you plan, but I'll try to do what I can. Let's see what happens. But you know, Duggar, Isaac, I mean Shane. I could go on and on. There's really good drivers out here, so I just try to do my best.
Well, your best has netted you 3rd place. Colin, you got anything for our friend?
Well, yeah, Gus, you sort of, out of all the other drivers here who finished below you, sort of, this race was a battle of attrition. It went green for so long, and it looks like you were able to just pull out a 3rd place finish. Congratulations to you, my friend. We have a week off, so I guess enjoy it, and we'll see you back. We go some short track racing, go to Iowa. So that should be a very fun race for all of us.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Great job.
You want to thank anyone before you head out?
Everybody in BSR. So, shout out to everybody. You know, I don't know.
Well, Good to have you back up here, man. Hopefully there's many more of that to come.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good night, Gus. All right, time to bring up P2. Isaac Treese. Isaac, Colin, and Elliot in the booth, man. Close, but no cigar. You did extremely well out there. I gotta say, you did really, really well. How's it feel to nab this P2?
It's nice. I mean, considering I, like, literally tanked the wall coming out at 1. My wheel was, like, 90 degrees to the right. I was trying to hang on to it for, like, the last 5 laps. But P2, I'll take it. I mean, I had to make up time. I was really hoping a caution would come out, but I mean, we raced the entire race green. So it was like, I don't know, like a 5% chance it was going to happen. And then a caution came out, but then I hit the wall and got wheel damage before that. And so I had to go down and fix it. And yeah, I just wish I didn't get the wheel damage because I would have been in front of Alan. And I'll take a P2 though. I mean, wish I could win, but you know, you can't win them all. Just be consistent.
And you've been doing a great job of that recently, man. I mean, the reason that I think that like it's hard to criticize you for this race simply because when you dove down, like you had the run, Alan covered his bottom perfectly, you got tight, you got put in the wall because of dirty air, you had nowhere else to go, you know, and so like. At that point, what do you really like? Like, what do you have to lose? And like, you just sent it. So what was the mindset going into that last turn right there? That turn 2 before you or turn 1 before you hit the wall.
Well, here's the thing. I knew I was better than Alan in 1, like a lot better than him. So I was like, if I could just get underneath him and just keep my left front in the clean air. I mean, I think I was on the rumble strip. Pretty sure. And then I kind of slid up and then got caught in the dirty air, and I mean, I was out of the gas and it was just plowing. But I knew, I was like, if I could just get a run off 1 and maybe try to make it a race on the backstretch and get to the inside, I might have a chance. But yeah, once I saw it sliding up, I was like, yeah, I'll take a P2. Yeah, there's no way that. I mean, like, as soon as I hit that wall, like, I thought I was going to hook into the wall, the inside wall. And, yeah, I mean, 10-lap shootout against Alan, 1-on-1. I mean, thought I could beat him, but yeah, that wheel damage kind of screwed me.
Well, you did a great job regardless, man. Colin, you got anything for our boy?
Yeah, man, you did a great job. I really thought that if that caution did not come out with Alan Duggar pitting, he took 4 tires. Were you good on fuel? And if you did pit, were you going to take 2 tires or were you going to take 4?
So, I was not good on fuel, but I was saving my lefts. I noticed that because I was using a 5th gear setup. I noticed that when I was running in 5th gear on the previous stint, I was killing my lefts more than my rights. And when I was driving in the 4th gear, I was saving my lefts a lot and driving off the rights, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that stint before that caution came out, I was not fuel saving and I was just pushing. And I knew if I could keep him at least 4 seconds in front of me, like 4 seconds or less, that I might have a chance. I was going to take 2, but Alan was telling me, he's like, dude, there's no way, because even our setup shop owner was like, yeah, 2 is like not the way. But I was like, it's 10 laps. I mean, you never know. I was gonna send it, but at that point, it's like, what do I gotta lose? You know, like, I think me and Alan were the only cars on the lead lap, so it's like, it's a gamble. It's gotta take.
Well, yeah, Isaac. So you may not have won, but maybe you could still convince. Is Tabitha your sister?
That's my mom.
Well, maybe you could convince your mom to get you a little something from Buc-ee's, like she said earlier in the chat.
Oh yeah, I know. They went to Buc-ee's without me, dude. I wanted a brisket sandwich. And they
You went to
me.
You went to Buc-ee's without me, bro.
Nah, I haven't gone yet. They
You
just
haven't
opened
gone
it up,
yet?
but it's
What?
like hecka busy.
Oh yeah, it is probably absolutely brutally busy, and I'm 2.5 hours away. We just get your sloppy seconds here in Tucson, but before we head out, before we head out here, Isaac, is there anyone you want to send your appreciations to for the end?
Yeah, shout out you guys for, broadcasting and stuff. Shout out to my family that has been watching and supporting me. Shout out to Alan for winning the race. He almost led every lap. He put on a dominant show. So, I think I said shout out to the entire BSR team, but shout out to them again if I didn't. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Isaac, great race for you, man. We'll see you in. Do you know if we're racing next week or if that's?
Oh, I think we have a week off.
All right, so then
But Iowa.
we'll see you at Iowa,
Yes,
man.
sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too. All right, now time to bring up race winner Alan Duggar. Alan, Colin, and Elliot in the booth, man. Intense finish. Whole lot of nothing most of the race. Take us through the two parts that we feel mattered a lot. Your contact, or your little fight with Shane Parrish, and of course the end in the battle with Isaac. Take us through both of those.
Yeah, I was getting late in a run on the first incident. I just cooked the right rear, and when I went into the one with him being that close to me, it just got me loose. Just really trying to keep the track position, and just overstepped the car really, and was able to come out with a little damage, not much, and there at the end it was basically the same thing. I could tell Isaac was pushing real hard, and we both was, and he ended up getting in the wall, and that kind of helped me out a little bit. I could breathe a little bit, kind of take it easy.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta ask a technical question. During that first run, did you feel as if your car was a little too loose throughout the run?
No, it felt great. I love it. I wanted to leave it the same, but I knew the track would rubber up, so I figured it was going to kind of get tight. So I tried to keep up with the track as much as possible. Made a few adjustments. It was still good, but all in all, I loved the way it felt the first run.
Well, all right. So you did not tighten the car up at all?
No.
Interesting. I thought you
I
did.
didn't. No. If anything, I loosened it up more.
Wow. Honestly, I don't know how you did that because I ran the same setup yesterday. Every time I got into clean air, it was a fight to keep that car in a straight line. It was so tail happy. I don't know how you do it. But
entering the corner and where you're picking up the throttle and how hard you're picking it up.
Fair enough. But Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, my friend, dominating win, led over 140 laps tonight in the Brickyard 400. It's your 6th win of the 2026 season. Sort of put your season into perspective as we head into the last off week, and then we have about a 14-week stretch until we crown a champion at season end. How do you think your season's gone so far, and what are your expectations following the break?
The season's been pretty well to me so far, so just try to keep the momentum out through the off week, and we get back at it and just have good solid finishes and win when I can win, and if not, then it ain't no big deal. We'll try to keep it close.
Well, awesome job, Alan. Congrats on the win. And before we head out here, is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah,
Oh wait, actually, before we do that, how does it feel to win the inaugural Brickyard 400 at the BSR League?
Oh, it feels good, man. I'm hyped, can't you tell?
Oh yeah. I bet you're just flying around the room. I bet right now.
Nah,
I mean, it's
I
just-
mean, it's we was talking. Me and Isaac Nicholas was talking about all the crown jewels and how this one is. It's pretty historic here. It's I have to agree with him. It's a little more special here than it is any other crown jewel. Just because of the history of this track. But it's cool to race here, even though it kind of sucks in these cars. But it's still fun.
Yeah. But yeah, is there anyone you want to thank before heading out here?
Yeah, I like to thank Easy Deal and Wheels and Tires. Iron City Revival. Check them out on all music streaming platforms. Silla Motorsport, Boris Bar Ranch, Eagle Eye Graphics. I like to thank everybody for tuning in. I like to thank the family for tuning in every week. I like to thank y'all for doing the broadcast. All the guys over at BSR.
Awesome, man. Congrats on the win, and we will see you in 2 weeks for Iowa, because we got the next week off.
Yeah, I'm ready for a break.
Amen to that, brother. That was Alan Duggar, our race winner, and before we head out here, thank you all for watching. This is the third crown. Actually, this was the last crown jewel of the year.
No, we got two more.
Oh no,
We got Darlington on the
Yeah, we
4th
have
of
Darlington.
September.
No, we don't have
And then-
Darlington. It's the Bristol night race, and it's we get the Bristol night race, and then we have Homestead.
Okay.
So the NASCAR ones are over on the Southern 500. The Southern 500 is not a crown jewel in iRacing. But yeah, we have the Bristol night race, which will be a full length, and we have the final race of the year, Homestead, Miami. Super awesome to be going back to that track. I'm so excited. Please continue to tune in with us for the rest of the year. Thank you guys for watching again. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Iowa Speedway, going out to the cornfield. So thank you guys for watching again, and have a nice night.